anticipated. It's slow, it's chunky, and it's a pain in the arse. So yeah, Steph, that's how we start the morning show. But I was trying to get the video right because you know, it all got twisted, confused, misaligned, and set off the table during the Tuesday night show.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff from Tuesday night has not been cleaned. Like there's still a pizza box here. There's nastiness all over my table, and it sucks because we got a guest coming in. Hey, it is what it is. Welcome to my world.
They didn't get out of here till like what, 2-ish?
Yeah, after 2.
But
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. I literally grabbed my wife's foot because we were both starting to just completely doze, and I'm like, "Look, let's go to bed. This isn't going to be figured out in the next few minutes, right?"
Yeah, I was surprised that they.
Then they said the same thing as I was standing up. It was funny. They did too.
Yeah, I was very shocked that they actually said he won.
Well,
Wednesday morning.
If you look at by the time he was actually thanking everybody, we went. You know, they said he had to have 270. Well, by the time he was talking to people, he had like 278.
Yeah.
To her 168 or something along those lines. I don't even remember.
I don't either.
I don't even remember at that point. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I just know I didn't go to sleep till it was close to 4. Because I was watching some of the stupidness.
Chick, every time you get ready to go to sleep, you're close to the floor. You're just that person.
No, actually, my bed's pretty tall. I need a step stool to get in it.
I'm just talking about you being close to the floor. Passing out?
No, I don't pass out every night.
Well, at least she acknowledges it's not just every night.
Just in the days that end in Y.
Yeah, I love that. I don't pass out every night, Scott. There's some nights I don't go to sleep.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't go to sleep till the next morning. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's technically, it's just like when I was going through a divorce. My ex had decided that she wanted to be that person. And say that while I had my daughter, because by the time the divorce paperwork was being filed, I had already been dating this chick for like 8 months.
Yeah.
Because me and Melissa had already been split up for like a year before we even filed anything. And it was not for any other reason than we just didn't. It's not like there was an argument. There was no battle over nothing. But then all of a sudden, I didn't like who she was dating because I didn't want drugs around my child. And at the time, that she was hanging out with a bunch of stoners. Which is part of the reason we were getting divorced. I just couldn't be around dope like that. So point is that when I made the comment about her, I said, when I drop Emmy off to you or you drop Emmy off to me, I don't want me be pulling up with my daughter and you pull up with the drug addict.
Yeah.
I'm dropping the child off to you, not you and whoever you're smoking with that day. I just don't find it appropriate. I don't want you around those people with my daughter. When you don't have my daughter, you go hang out with whoever you want to hang out with. But when you've got my daughter, don't bring them to me, because I think the drop off should be me dropping off to you. I never had anybody but me and Emmy when we did the drop off. Well, she decided in the divorce papers that she wanted it to say, no overnight guests can stay at my house. Well, do you know in the court of law that, and this goes back to you and the sleep thing, I'm getting to the point. The girl I was dating could stay until 10 minutes before the sun rose, and then technically she didn't spend the night.
That's funny.
So literally, as long as I looked at my alarm, I looked at either my phone or the weather that says sunrise at 7:57 tomorrow morning, or sunrise at 6:57 tomorrow morning. All I made sure is 30 minutes before sunrise, the alarm went off. She technically did not stay the night.
That's funny, because when Travis was going,
but by law, that's how they defined it. I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mike will be here in a few minutes. Yay!
Yeah. It's funny when Travis was going through some stuff with getting visitation to his oldest. The mother tried to do some craziness like that, but we were married. she was stating that she didn't want me around her child for whatever reason, and the courts just looked at her like, you're an idiot. That's his wife, and she has no record, and
That's right.
is the mother of his 2 other kids. So yeah, no.
Yeah.
And so I just think it's funny that people.
Hey, everybody, you know, and here's the thing is everybody only wants to see it from their perspective and their perspective only. I had somebody reach out to me yesterday and bring up the Trump Pence, this thing that they're trying to do. And they're saying, well, they're gonna, and I guess revoke is not the correct term, but they're gonna revoke the gay and lesbian marriage thing, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you know, never remember hearing that as being a big anything. I hear they claim that Pence, you know, a decade ago, I'm being sarcastic when I say a decade ago, because some dumbass will want to fact check me.
Yeah.
A month ago, 6 months ago, before he ran for presidency, before he was involved with presidency, yes, he is not running for president. People, don't pick on my words. Before he became elector, vice president, what the French toast ever, that supposedly he made a comment that had something to do with family values. Now everybody's saying that he's so against blah, 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 blah.
But just
blah.
because
Here's the way my statistics work. Everybody wants to go percentages. Let me figure this out. If a law has to be passed that's going to fix 100% of our insurance problems, and a couple of people get screwed out of their marriage insurance problems, sorry that you're losing your 2%, 5%, 6% insurance. I'm sorry that you're going to get screwed, but I don't think the other 90% of America should be screwed.
Yeah.
It's so weird how everybody only can see it from their itty bitty perspective. Like the people that claim Obamacare is so great for them. Yeah, because you're getting what you want out of it. But what about the rest of America that's paying extremely high premiums, deductibles? Hell, I can't even afford to get sick.
No.
Because if I get sick, I can't go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have to pay for insurance, or you're going to screw me there too. So let me get this right.
Yeah.
You're going to screw me if I don't pay for my insurance. Yeah. But if I pay for my insurance and get sick, I'm screwing myself. So what screwing am I wanting to take here? I am so just, I literally this morning was looking at Facebook going, I am absolutely disgusted with human beings. It's what suits me. That's the, you know what it is? It's, okay, I got 3 sips of water. Should I dare give Stephanie 1 sip of water and me be down to 2 sips? Oh, F Stephanie, I want my water. That is the mentality that I'm seeing with all these people.
And I think it's funny that people want to say that blaming Obamacare for the high prices that we have to pay.
He shouldn't have put his damn name on it if he didn't want to call it Obamacare, but it is Obamacare.
But
the unaffordable health care.
But my point is, you know, they want to say that it's not Obama's fault that we're having to pay higher premium or higher pay for more for our insurance. Yes, it is, when the fact is that he says we have to have insurance or we are getting fined.
Well, it's real simple, right? Him and his dumbasses created it. Him and his dumbasses didn't say you can't the American people with your insurance programs. Yeah. So it is kind of his fault. But let's just dumb this down. To get to this studio, you have to come in by my backyard, right?
Yeah.
If I put 8 pit bulls out there that will just eat the ever-living crap out of you for coming into this backyard, but then I demand every day you come through that door. I mean, really?
Yeah.
That's what Obama did.
Yeah.
I'm going to demand you to have health care, but I'm not going to demand the health care people to not F
hike
you.
The prices.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're going to demand that we have it, but you are not smart enough, you dumbass, You're not smart enough to fix it so they can't screw us.
Yeah.
That's the comparison. I'm going to put a bunch of pissed off rattlesnakes at my door, but you got to step over the rattlesnakes to get in my door.
Yep.
But you have to come in the door, Stephanie. I'm not giving you any other options. You've got to come through the door. If you get bit, I am sorry, but you have to come through that door.
And you're paying your own hospital bills.
Right, that's right. And you're paying your own hospital bills. But if you don't come through that door, if you don't do the dance with the rattlesnakes and come over the damn rattlesnakes to get in my door, I will take your home from you.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel?
Like I'm going to get on.
Is that fair?
No,
I'm going to take your home, or you're going to dance over them snakes to come in my home.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And
that's just the dumbest way, the easiest way to explain it to everybody.
And I just think it's funny that people, I understand they see it one way, but I have family members that are on Obamacare that they got screwed. At the end of the year, they had to pay a fine anyways. It was like $1,500 that they had to pay at the end of the year when they got their taxes for the Obamacare.
Isn't it just funny? I mean, it's not funny
about that, about the fact that there was no way that happened. Yes,
I love when people try to tell you here's how I find it funny. I'm going to tell you that you did not have to help Ashley get in that wheelchair this morning. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Right.
I never see it. I'm not in your household, but I'm going to tell you that you are lying, that you did not have to do that. The Lucky Charms guy showed up and put her in that wheelchair for you.
Yeah.
I find it funny when people try to tell you what is real, true, false, whatever, and they have no concept on reality.
Yep.
No reality. Still no Mike. Sorry, I looked up.
The one person that I'm talking about that has Obamacare, they were diagnosed with cancer, had to have an operation to remove the cancer, and they still had to pay over, I believe their premium or whatever it was that they had to pay was $100,000. Now, you explain to me how when you're on a fixed income in the first place, and that's why you got Obamacare, whether you're disabled or retired, whatever.
Chick, I can't get past the fact that you have a disabled child on Medicaid, Medicare, whichever the hell the two, and they made you pay a copayment for her medicine.
Yeah.
Really? How stupid is this?
It sure is. I still can't.
Hey, it is what it is. That's all I can say. It is what it is.
I still can't get over the fact that everybody tells me that she should be getting more for SSI than what she gets.
But then SSI wants to fight you tooth and nail.
Yeah. I mean, I had to get a letter when, I'm not ashamed to say it. I was told I should go apply for food stamps for her, which I did. She got approved. Then I had to go back to the doctor and get a letter after they've already got all of the documentation, get a letter stating that Ashley was 100% disabled and could not work, or she was going to have to go through the EBT placement program that they have for jobs, which is a good program, I guess.
Wait. I'm going to sound heartless for a second, but what effing kind of job is Ashley going to do?
Exactly.
I mean, she's going to be the greeter at Walmart. What the hell do they expect her to do?
Exactly.
I am not trying to be insensitive. No. I'm being clear to the listeners. I'm not trying to be insensitive to Ashley. What I am trying to say is, in the real world, I'm being a realist. I'm being real about this. In what planet do these idiots believe Ashley can do something? I don't get it. I don't get it. I love you, Ashley. I don't mean nothing bad. But in what realm do these dumbasses behind these computer keyboards, what planet are they living on?
I know. It's just beyond me how idiotic they can be. And Jacob says, I was trying to pull it up, that he hopes I don't have to do this every year like he does. What do you have to do every year, Jacob? Probably have to file papers.
Well, he probably has to go down there and prove his situation as well. not to sound insensitive to your situation, but I'm pretty sure that's what he's saying. Listen, I've got all the paperwork, and can go get more paperwork about the nerve damage in my leg, the messed up vertebrae in my neck, the messed up vertebrae in my back. I'm supposed to actually walk on a cane. I just refuse to do it. But because I don't walk on a cane is why you see me fall up the steps every day and fall down my steps every day. It's why I've ripped the ligaments inside my leg behind my knee and in front of my kneecap. But all the areas of the knee. But you wouldn't know it because I keep walking on it. And because there's nerve damage, I don't feel the pain from the muscle, because I have no control over the muscle.
Yeah.
So Crystal says the other night, and I made the comment, I said, you know what? I wish that I could just pack up and just disappear. I'm like, I would love to just go live on a country road somewhere in Madison,
off the grid.
just off the grid. But it would stop doing this. I understand that. And she said, well, you can always go fight for your Social Security. I went, oh, I know I can. I just know it'd be a fight. I'd have to get a lawyer. And then go through all that. I've always believed that as long as I can produce, then I didn't want to take. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's kind of like being a farmer. As long as I can produce my own food, I don't want to take on anybody else's food. So it does piss me off when I know how hard I try to not be that person, even though by law and legally, I have the entitlement to go get it. I have the resources and the reason to go get it, but I refuse to be that guy. And then people want to douchebag on me. Like, I could milk the system like any of these other people, but I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
So it just aggravates me. Aggravates me to see people milk the system when they're lazy piece of craps.
Yeah, who don't really need it, or because need it, deserve it, because
I talked to somebody not too long ago at a store and says I'm on Social Security because I get headaches. I'm like, I'm getting a headache just fucking looking at you right now.
Yeah, I have and it's documented.
You know what your headache is you can't find your work boots. That's your damn headache.
And everybody, because whatever's going on with my feet, because nobody knows what's going on with my feet. My father-in-law, and it's nothing, and I'm not knocking him. He says that I should go and try to get on Social Security disability because of my feet, because I can't stand too long, can't sit too long.
Well, and that's me I call it my 90 degree. If you look at if you're sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you like you're stupid. I'm talking to you where listeners can listen.
Yes.
If you look at what 90 degree is, a lot of people don't really truly know what 90 degree is. And it's sad that I have to tell you this, but if you look at where your thighs are parallel with the floor, and then it goes to your kneecaps, and then your feet go straight down. The same thing, your thighs and your buttocks is parallel with the ground, which means even with the ground for any of you. And then it goes straight up to your back. Well, if I sit in a 90 degree, for more than 10 minutes, I'm hurting. I mean, I am constantly hurting. That's part of the nerve damage in which I have. And so I either have to lean forward 15 degrees or lean backwards 15 degrees. Anybody ever watches me ride my bike, you'll never see me sit straight up and down. I can't. Me and people at Horizons always debate over what it's going to take to get my seat right, because I can't sit straight up and down like most people. It just freaking kills me. Point being is I can't stand on my feet too long. If you ever notice me in an event, I don't stop moving. It's because if I stop moving, I start hurting. So it's easier to keep moving until it's done. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But the point of the matter is no matter how bad I hurt, I don't want to milk the system, dude. Like, I can go fight for it, but I don't want to be that guy. Well, how do I be that guy?
Yeah.
It kind of be like a discussion you and I were having a few minutes ago. How do I scream, go vote, go vote, go vote, and then I don't vote?
Yeah.
How do you be that guy? How is it that you can be that guy? How can you sit there and say you hate people milking the system if you're milking the system? So I can't be that guy. It's just something inside of me that doesn't allow me to be that guy.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm afraid of. I know they mostly do it with insurance fraud. Because I have to do so much with Ashley, if I'm caught picking her up and doing my everyday thing. What if they say, oh, you're committing disability fraud because you can do all this with your child, then why can't you get a job? Well, it's not that.
Well, there's a difference of can or have to. Thank you.
I do it every day, and you can ask my husband. I go
and
to bed
you pay for it
like
afterwards.
hell.
I can't believe you still do it. Well, look, let's shoot to a commercial real quick. Mikey boy just got here. Everybody will be right back. This song goes out to Mike.
Little Richard said it's because I probably have web between my toes.
Act lavish.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know they have web feet. Yeah. Yup.
I'm gonna let Mike read that Little Richard tagged us in. Riot plus or protest? Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was a riot. Scottie's got a video. Heard that, right?
For Grant.
Yeah, I tagged you in it. WTF is this song, not the normal J4F lineup, I hope. Not gay. No, I was just going to say for as young as he is, he's actually a pretty...
I hope she takes like a small defensive back against the wall in a cave in Afghanistan. But I can't hear you. Most likely.
All right, how about now? Now, but what I was saying was, she hasn't had a political position since she left Secretary of State, but she's been in the news every day. So I wonder if he's going to lock her up. Wouldn't that be cool?
I agree.
Sure would.
Since I'm the president of the world. Yeah. What?
Rowley.
Oh yeah, that was funny actually. I think it was kind of just being rude. Everybody packing up and moving, hopefully.
I hope they get the heck out now.
Get the French toast.
U-Haul should invest in a freight liner. Meaning ship, not truck.
Did you see last night talking about all those protests? I said I invested all my money, all my savings in pepper spray companies.
Here we go, live. All right, everybody, we're back. We've been sitting here making jokes about all the people that say they're leaving the United States. I said you all should invest in a huge freight liner, not truck, but more as the freight carrier to go across the ocean. I saw a thing this morning that says Ireland is now accepting Donald Trump refugees. I personally believe every one of you CSs should be shipped to Iceland.
No, Iceland's nice.
It's cold. Antarctica is now accepting Jay-Z and Beyonce trailer parks.
I'm going to get a real estate. I'm going to get a real estate advertisement from like Zimbabwe or something, you know.
Hey, I'll tell you a funny
Zimbabwe.
I saw a picture of Jay-Z and Beyonce, and it looked like it was a picture of them like sitting on the basketball court with like a frowny face. And it says, maybe you should have thought about singing for Hillary before this. Doesn't look like you're getting to come back to the White House.
Your White House pass has been revoked.
But I didn't want to go a whole lot political today. More instead of it being about presidency crap, it'd be more about we the people and some of the things that we should be involved with.
I'm not gonna lie, it feels like the first of the year. It feels like, you know how you wake up and you know it's the January 1st and you got a new year in front of us.
Right.
It's like empowering, man. I feel like it's the first of the year. And it's
like I'm
outside.
reading, not my president. Vandals set fire, smash windows, and shut down streets in California after Trump. How about this? How about taking California, since they don't want to be part of the United States, let them become part of Mexico, put a wall around them bitches too, and watch how fast Beverly Hills plummets in money, and then all the rich people with their stupid attitudes would find out that their Britney Spears' $8 million mansion is worth $8,000, or in this case, 8,000 pesos, and
which is what, 9 cents.
I'm just saying, let them have the wrath of the crap that they want to talk about. And you know, when I had to point out something to Stephanie, I said, you do realize, because now a lot of people don't know about California, but you do realize if you took it and split it dead in half between South and North Cali is not, it's not what people believe.
Oh no, not
Los
at all.
Angeles and all the stupid suburban city crap. That's what people want to call ghetto. But all the North stuff is beautiful. Farmlands and beautiful
mountains.
Those people in North Cali could give a crap less about South Cali.
Man, do you think we could put forth like
you know what we'll have?
Senate House bill.
It'd be like Berlin. They'll split a wall to separate the two. Give Southern Cali to Mexico.
That would be so cool. You know what? Northern California folks will probably go for it too, because they're generally really
wine
laid
country
back.
is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. LA's wine country. You seen them bitches walking around brown bagging it
with a 40.
They got a 40.
Got a 40.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, today I just want to pick a little bit, but
yeah,
I just. You know, I'm sitting here laughing about all these young ass idiots that can't even vote, that are trying to protest and block the streets. I'm going to say it like I always say it. When you believe that your constitutional rights to protest, when you believe that your rights allow you to illegally detain me, we got some problems.
God, you see all of them walking through the traffic and everything? You know what?
You know what? I would go ahead and have a dash cam, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, if you decide to jump under my vehicle, I'm sorry, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry, it's gonna hurt. Let me tell you this: I got me and Zaylee and my wife in that car, and a mob tries to illegally detain me. I fear for my safety of the windows getting smashed out and glass going into my child's eyes. I'm killing a few of you. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. I'm not killing you. I will take you for a long, bumpy ride because you're not going to illegally detain me and hurt me or my child. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. Your rights don't give you the right to act like effing terrorist and detain me illegally. This is not Iran. You're not going to hold me at a checkpoint.
I actually had someone yesterday say that someone that they worked with wanted to know where they were rioting at because they needed a new pair of shoes.
Mike, go ahead and ask because I did. Go ahead. Go with this because I did too. She threw the lure. I jumped on it. Go ahead. Ask it, Mike. It's amazing.
Okay.
And they were not joking.
Mike, hurry up and ask. See, it won't be funny if I ask because I've already done this.
Let's do it this way. Did you get a pair of shoes?
No,
Mike. Ask. Go ahead.
Who was it?
It doesn't matter who. Ask how they thought they were going to get shoes.
Well, they're gonna obviously when they were looting, they were gonna grab some.
Yeah.
Just they were
gonna steal.
Instead of saying an accomplice, they were gonna be an associate theft.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to stop the problem, we're just going to add to the problem.
I have to admit something.
The mentality, though, Mike. The mentality. These idiots are protesting for Donald Trump, and then you got another percentage of idiots going, I can get me some free shoes, man.
I got to admit something, though. I have to admit something.
Go ahead.
Where's it going to be? I need some shoes.
You're full of crap.
Oh, yeah. Come on now.
You want the new TV.
Yeah. Wait, hey, if we're going to hit a Best Buy.
That's what I'm getting at.
Best Buy.
You can give a shit less about some Nikes. I know you.
Okay, well, look, here's the thing. You know, if it's a peaceful protest.
You know what Mike's saying? I can afford some $100 sneakers. I want the $800 TV.
And the new PlayStation 5 or whatever the hell it is now.
PlayStation 4 Pro, man.
I already know.
Every night I'm going to bed chewing on my nails going, do I get the new PlayStation 4 Pro or what? Peaceful protesting, I understand. And it seemed like everybody was behaving themselves last night. And look, I knew. And
where were they behaving?
In Atlanta.
Okay, so I turned everything off. So I'm asking. Hold on. I turned everything off. So I'm asking questions.
Okay.
Everything I'm seeing with all these other states, they're blocking interstates. Yeah. So you're saying Atlanta played by some rules?
Well, yeah, they're marginal. Let's say gray area. But look, I watched Philadelphia. I had every electronic device I could muster on every single and I was watching. It was pretty cool. I was watching all over the country because I was waiting for it to erupt because it seems like if it was a powder keg, it was waiting for one place to go wild. And this was kind of impromptu.
And I think they're feeding each other on Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook.
Oh, absolutely.
Each state's feeding another one. Yeah. Just like the supposedly nothing happened in Alcovy yesterday, Alcovy High School.
Yeah, that went national.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So here I am watching everything. And you know me, the security guy, the military guy, I'm looking in the crowd to see if the instigators are there yet. But since it was relatively impromptu, the instigators weren't out yet. And they waited around until it got really, really late. And then you could see the difference in body language. Here's the thing that I want to say is that I must have watched, seriously, 50 live interviews of people that were protesting. And do you know that out of that 50, maybe 3 made sense? I'm serious. Every one of them were, hey, why are you protesting out here tonight? Because Trump's hair.
Because Billy says,
I'm
getting me some new Nikes.
And it was all just complete buffugery out there. And there was a pastor here in Atlanta, and I'm like, okay, well this ought to be pretty good. I think he'll probably nothing.
Oh yeah, dude. The one at Ebenezer.
Yeah,
What happened? I'm lost.
Well, the stuff he said had nothing to do with the protest, man.
Okay, I'm asking you, what did he say?
Well, it was about the racism. It was about this. It was about freedom of Black Lives Matters before it was Black Lives Matters. That's what made Black Lives Matters. And I'm sitting there thinking, dude, I thought this protest was about.
Listen, I'm just reading something as I'm scrolling down Facebook. So this is just a person's thing, but I've not read the whole thing, but I'm just going to read it to you as I see it. This reminds all those riot white people when Obama I guess that would reminds me. I don't know. This reminds all those riot white people had when Obama was shoved down our throats twice, burning, chanting, blocking traffic. Oh, wait, that never happened. Bunch of effing crybabies. So I'm saying that reminds me, I guess, because of the way it typed.
Well, it's a reverse thing. They're saying, do you remember all the riots when it was the other way around? And then it's like, no,
because it never happened.
Right. Listen, it's a different time. I try not to go off of past performance type stuff in this situation. I knew, and you guys.
Well, I told y'all at the beginning of the week. First, we're going to have the rioting, and then we're going to have people demanding recounts.
Yeah. So look, I'm one of the few people,
and we're already at both of those points. One day after the election,
quick, right? I was one of those people that I was for Trump since day one. I understood where he was going. And look, you have to understand that a guy like that's going to come in. He's going to shake the tree, man. And there's going to be a whole bunch of nuts that fall out.
I was dying laughing reading stuff yesterday, and I even made a post about it. Woo woo! Yeah, I'm so happy he made it. I knew he would. And I'm thinking, you dumb biatch. I just read your post 2 days ago where you hated Trump. And for the last couple of weeks, all you've done is dog Trump out.
Oh, yeah.
But all of a sudden, you're on the Trump train. Come on, man.
Fair weather voters, right? I think everybody better get on the Trump train, because you know what? Stuff like this, these peaceful demonstrations, that's cool. And I think Trump will be for it, and the Trump administration will be for it. But when it goes bad, you're going to see a whole different way of dealing with it.
Well, what bothered me?
Oh, that's cool.
What bothered me is everybody's talking about that Trump being voted into president is going to cause racial divide.
Obama has already done that, and so did Hillary.
But yet, Tuesday night, every single damn news channel.
Get it, Steph.
This really irritates me. Every damn news channel wanted to say black vote, white vote.
Yes, they did that.
When?
So look, I got to back up real quick.
When is it going to be American? I voted as a American citizen.
Right. One of our listeners says, I think I need to go protest at the Walmart because I need some groceries. He says, oh, shoot, wait. I don't have no time for that. I got to go to work.
There you go.
6 months ago, we'd look at that and there'd be an argument that would ensue.
He says, I don't understand why they're only protesting at night and not protesting in the daytime.
I don't get that either.
Well, we know it's not because them bitches are at work.
Because
the view's on. I got to catch the view today. I didn't get to watch it yesterday. I had every intention, but
I recorded it, but then they cut into it with the Hillary Clinton.
Did they really?
Succession.
How smart was that, right? Because every last one, I'm gonna say it, every last one of them bitches should be packing. They're all going, aren't they?
But going backwards a little bit, we talked about how your vote was supposed to be confidential.
Yes.
So, and I asked Travis this, please explain to me and to anybody that's listening, if your vote is confidential, how did they know that it was a black vote or a white vote?
Because it's not confidential.
Stephanie,
shut up.
That's the
sun
easiest
come
way
up tomorrow.
That's
y'all
the
get
easiest
what
way.
my point is.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's supposed to be confidential.
You could go to a website and see how you voted every year of your life.
And the Roswell area did not have UFOs.
What?
I knew the answer before
Roswell,
I
Georgia?
said it. But
no, they have. They definitely have some unidentified flying objects in Roswell, Georgia.
Yeah,
hey, I got this. It was on. It's always and only. Let me word it this way. It's only every Democrat that protests. Okay, they protested Nixon, Reagan, Bush, and now Trump.
Yeah. Hey, callers, listeners,
did
Facebookers.
They protest Reagan?
We have yes, they did. We have one thing that we'd like to ask. I know everybody's excited and all, but please, could you post your messages and stuff in English? Because wow, just the
me trying to read some of this
sentences.
Okay,
really hard to
let's
understand.
get this right. I'm already
don't add to it. Right?
Dyslexic.
I'm getting some messages.
But some of what I'm reading though, okay. These people typing suffer from the same syndrome I do, and it's called I type it like I would say it. But the problem is the slang way that I say it comes out right. Yeah. The slang typing doesn't. So it causes
autocorrect jumps in there.
And autocorrect, dude, I can't tell you, autocorrect had me messed up yesterday.
Oh God, I tell you, I have Dragonware on my laptop for my school stuff, and it's a headset and all. but it doesn't have autocorrect. It just does a red line under it if it doesn't come out right, grammatically. So that's pretty cool because it's not steadily. I go back and hit, grammar and spelling check, but so it's kind of weird. We can hear a phone conversation going on.
Well, just one-sided phone conversation.
Yeah, so it's I hate to make like silly crazy jokes about it, but I would say look, when they start doing the whole we're going to crack down on all these entitlements.
Yeah.
They're going to be people in the streets. They're going to want to fight.
Well, another thing that I didn't get on the whole voting aspect was how in the hell you can go to polls in Florida and not show an ID and vote.
Good.
I don't understand how that should be legal, in all honesty.
Okay, well, Alex is saying that no, Mike, you can't go to a website and see how you voted. Yes, you can. So sorry.
No, you can't. Yes, you can. No, you
Well,
can't. Yes, you can. It's my marshmallows.
Yeah, just so you.
So
know.
hey, on a better note,
Subject.
we just had Ginn Motors commercial division just call and say, if you come down right now and throw out a military ID, they are giving you $500 off of any commercial vehicle right now. So go down to Ginn Motors commercial division.
Very
That's
cool. Thank you,
GMC,
guys.
Chevrolet.
I'm gonna
It's
post
what
that.
they sell. The Dodge, anything at their commercial division. Go down right now, $500 off.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that as the resident veteran.
I've got, why are these people not protesting while the government offices are open outside of the government offices?
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't understand that. Help me out with that one.
Talking about the protesters. If they're protesting,
Right.
why are you not down there during office hours in front of the office that you're pissed about?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to figure out what I-75 has to do with you protesting. I think
I don't know.
I am in that movie with Adam Sandler where the Pac-Man comes to life.
Mhm.
Oh,
And
pixels.
you biatches want to play the game Frogger.
Yeah.
Let me come down to the expressway and let's see if you can make it across the lanes.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
Alex,
saying.
I'm just saying, get with Casey on that. All right, and we'll go past that.
Yeah, because Casey said there is one that you have to pay like $1,000 for.
Yeah, but he said he might know a link for us.
I don't know. I have no comment on any such crap.
All righty then. Now, see, in Wisconsin, remember what I said? Whoa, that's loud.
Hello, just for fun
Did
radio.
you say hello, Mike?
Oh, I didn't.
Hello? I can't hear a damn thing.
No, it's way too loud. man.
Nor can we.
Hello.
Yeah.
Well, we can't hear.
I have no idea what's going on with the phones. I can't hear a thing. Hold on. It might be on my end.
All right, well, call back. There we go.
That's
Well,
what
I think it's probably on my
there we
end.
go.
Yes,
There we go.
I was just about to
Okay.
hang up on you, so that was
Yeah.
good timing.
Yeah, I mean, I would love for Mike to show me this link, but there you can go and check to see.
Shh, Mike ain't gonna be able to show you this link. We are only
I
going
know.
by. We're only going by what Casey Durham has been telling us
I
for
know, I
like 2
understand.
weeks.
Yeah, no, I understand.
longer
And
than
and
that.
Casey, I think Casey conceded the other day that you can check to see if you voted, not how you voted. That's all it is. You can't check. Otherwise, I could go and look up Mike and see how he's voted every year of his life. You know what I mean?
No,
That's it.
he-
That was
it's
exactly
whether-
the point.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And why would
Yeah,
you have
you-
to be a party member to know? You see what I'm saying? It breaks it down by party. That's the whole purpose of having the database.
It doesn't, though. That's the thing. And until you can provide a link to everybody to go check that,
Listen, Miss
it's just not true,
Overdramatic,
Mike.
calm down. I'm trying to fix it.
Yeah, you can check to
Fight.
see if you voted, but not how you
Okay,
voted.
well,
That's it.
Can you prove to me that it doesn't exist?
Can you
Absolutely.
prove to
Go
me
to
that illegal aliens landed on a spacecraft in Roswell?
If you can't
Of-
prove to
of
me it
course I
doesn't
can.
exist,
Mike,
then it
We're
exists.
all being way too serious this morning.
Can I prove it? Absolutely. Go to mvp.sos.ga.org.
Oh my
GAB,
God.
Sorry.
Subject change.
We love you. Hey,
MVP.
how about this? I think what you did, I think what was done with all the cameras and all the really cool stuff went off very successfully Tuesday night, by the way.
I thought it was a lot of fun. I
Yeah,
think
it was
we
great.
gave out as little misinformation as possible that night.
God, see.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Are you saying that together we did better than WSB?
Yeah, my
Hey, you know what? I saw comments where people were saying they turned off their TV and just watched us.
I did. Listen. I visually watched TV, but it was only to look up and down for numbers, because here's what I found out. Even though I hate Channel 2 WSB, Fox was given prediction numbers. They weren't given real statistics. They were given predictions, and that's bull crap all by itself. Who decides what the prediction is? I predict I will be a millionaire by 2070.
Yeah, on the night of the election, the mainstream media was still clinging on to some sense of false hope that she was going to pull it out, and we weren't doing that. We were just watching the actual numbers.
Wait,
numbers
pull it out. What
as they
RuPaul was going to pull it out? Who was going to pull it out? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Thanks, Mike. Thank you, Mike's team.
Yeah, man.
Pat and Danny.
We're good.
And thank you, and of course, my Danielle, my friend Danny, for hanging in there for the night. And
thanks for her doing the illustrated video on how to do fingernails, because I was really enjoying watching that.
That's right. Oh, and those things are Jamicure, I think.
Is that what it is? That was kind of cool though. Like watching how she did it. I think I'm going to turn my wife on to that.
Yeah, they are, and Crystal should look into that as well, I guess, because it's a pretty decent business.
It was almost like having a little bit of ladies talk merged in. I mean, it was just kind of cool.
That's right. Well, Danny and I will be at it tonight as well. What shows you got going on tonight? Isn't it
Thursday? My wife's on a little bit of a hiatus. Well, what happened is all the ladies, when it became fall time, their kids all got busy in school, and now here we are. It's just tis the season, so we're even more screwed up. You don't think about what the ladies have to do. The ladies have a lot more complicated stuff than we do. So
yeah, they are busy.
Yes, sir.
Well, I look forward to it coming back soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, hell, we're on the air tonight, so
that's right.
There you go.
That's right. If anybody wants to check out, go ahead. Seriously, I try to tell people, I'm like, listen, it's real simple. Everybody has their taste, and if anybody wants to keep up with what you got going on, I mean, we're not doing it tonight. Go to yours. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna. I'll be talking about the results and what the potential means for America for the next 2 years.
That's right.
Republicans have a pure. Oh, God, now I can't even think.
It's okay. None of us can. It's been an exhausting past 48 hours.
They have complete control.
Yes, sir.
Well, Alex,
it'll be good.
Alex, I just wanted to let you know that my stepmom, she tuned in just about all night. I think she said she turned it off about 1:15 and went to sleep, and she said she thoroughly enjoyed watching y'all do the vote as they were coming in, and she actually said that she turned the TV off and paid attention to y'all.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Is a lot of people were paying more attention to what we had going on, because it was more live, factual instead of fictional.
Yeah, I'm proud of what we pulled together there. We had some great discussions.
Yeah, man.
Pat was right on top of the vote count coming in. He stayed on top of that perfectly.
And it was never referred to black votes, white votes.
Yeah, I'm so sick of that. All right, brother.
It was a fun night.
Well, thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
All right, see you later. All right, you guys, we're going to shoot off the commercial real quick and get the morning started. Our guest that Mike set up, I guess that's him outside dealing with it now. We'll be right back. And he's got to not allow that to happen, because my wife's got to get out of my driveway. Run around there, please. He's got to get him to pull behind the van out of the bus. I don't know what the fuck he's saying. They cannot. Never mind. He got it. trash can because he's fixing guest in front of pizza.
Been there for
Tuesday.
2 days.
Yeah, man. You can see I'm a little over it lately.
Yep.
I expect adults. I need a vacation, I tell ya. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just getting the morning started. I need a vacay. I tell you, this basically 24 hours a day stuff is killing me. I need to go get on that bike and go ride. What are we doing Friday? Maybe we'll cancel the show on Friday. Hey, today's Thursday. So that would be tomorrow, Stephanie. Well, remember, Mike wanted to cancel Veterans Day anyways.
They are having a.
You're not helping me with any. I know. You're talking to yourself at that point. I understand. Mr. Leaper, Mr. Leaper, Mr. Leaper.
Bella,
Texting you.
Bella.
Right.
But YouTube's still on.
Come on, B. What's happening? Come on, B. Hi. Come on, Bella. She's thinking, new person that gets to pet me.
I paid attention.
That's right. She's thinking, new person that doesn't know that I'll stand there for an hour.
Yeah.
Lay down, baby. Lay
And I'll
down.
keep flipping your hand up to pet me some more.
Hi. It's crazy in the morning. Nice to meet up with you. We're here till like 2:33. Yeah, we have to keep it a little cool. Laughing, carrying on, everybody starts sweating. Oh yeah, you just start laughing so much, and then you got Mike. He's just so full of hot air, he ruins the air conditioning here.
At the Walk of Heroes, it starts.
Walk of Heroes here. Is that
Yes.
is that what we're saying? Well, I just hit.
Patriot concert begins at 10:30. Veterans Day program.
Let me move the camera. You got it.
They sound fine to me.
They sound like this, and I can't understand how you hear anything when it sounds like this. Yeah, you have a hearing problem too.
Yeah, you
We've
got a
seen
hair
your
problem
feet.
too. Who has purple hair anymore? Come on.
Stephanie has a hearing problem.
Purple hair, that went out 20 years ago. Come on, you got to get with the. Why do women go with that bluish
Hey,
silver?
hey.
Mine turned
Oh,
burgundy.
she's
Thank you
beautiful.
very
She's-
much.
No, I was just gonna say my kid's hair is blue, dude. I don't.
Oh,
wanna
is
hear
it really?
Yeah, have you
Emmy?
not seen Emmy's
No,
hair?
man, Emmy
She's
changes her
beautiful.
hair.
Yeah,
I just don't.
You
I don't
trying to
know.
knock my kid?
No,
dude?
no.
And it's funny that DJ Scottie and I, before it's done and over with, we're gonna
It's
be
like the
related.
You're stupid.
God. Yeah, it gets a little.
I
We've
will
been doing this
never.
together for a couple
We've
years,
got to
so.
go live with this because Stephanie, you've got to be the stupidest
Do you
chick on
need
the
internet
planet.
or anything?
Nope.
I need a pen.
There's a taser.
We're fixing to draw Stephanie's family tree again. Watch this.
If anybody starts walking around with a taser, run.
Don't freak out.
Yeah,
you won't
yeah,
get
freak
zapped.
out.
You have to be here more than once.
The electric
Just
chair.
for fun, just for fun. We are back.
Yeah.
Stephanie, I have broke out the notepad
We're
to
gonna be
draw the
related.
family.
We're
Listen,
gonna be related.
I want to explain something to you.
Yep, we're gonna
The
be related.
absolute and only way you and I could ever become related is
Don't be
if
related.
right now we were in a horrible car wreck and I am dying and the decision is give him some of Redneck Steph's blood. He's dying because he's losing too much blood too fast.
Now, if
And then
that
they're
was
gonna
my-
have to ask Mike,
Yeah.
will he be willing to take this blood? And Mike's gonna go,
No.
let him die.
Yeah, let him die. Screw it.
No,
There
we're
is
gonna be
no-
related.
You're an idiot.
No,
Okay,
I'm not.
Stephanie, you are an idiot. My wife read what you typed, and it was like watching your family
Bye,
tree.
bye, bye, bye.
Remember your family tree that doesn't go up, it went to the right?
Yeah.
Kind of like a bonsai tree.
I want you to explain really fast how that you think in a million friggin' years you and I will be related.
We're gonna be related because your daughter is dating my sister's fiance's brother.
All right, so we all done.
No,
Man.
Mike. No, Mike.
No, can we change subject?
No, repeat this.
No, I'm getting
Repeat
freaked
this,
out.
Stephanie.
I'm getting
Mike,
freaked out.
listen. Do you need to draw it out? Because I had to explain to my wife that what she's saying cannot work.
I'm getting
Say it
creeped out.
again, Steph.
Yes, it is. We're gonna make
Stephanie.
it work.
Just
is
because you're from
redneck.
Alabama doesn't mean
This
you
is
can make it work.
redneck
You
land.
tell me how you think you and I can
We're gonna be
accidentally
related.
bump uglies enough to be related.
Oh my God, do we have to really
No,
talk
we're not
about that?
bumping no uglies. We're just gonna be related. We're gonna be in-laws.
You're
Well,
already
you know,
inbred. I don't know that you could do any more ends.
Hey, the day before yesterday,
Explain
I
it.
mentioned a body part and I got in trouble. so
Say
I'm
it one
staying
more
out of
time.
this
We
one.
don't talk about Stephanie's donut hole, and you can't say it the way that you've been saying it. You can't say that anymore.
I have no filter. I'm sorry.
Your daughter is dating my sister's fiance's brother.
You know what they call relative
And she's
humidity,
playing
right?
some lottery numbers for me today.
We're gonna be related. I'm
You see
telling
what
you,
he
we're
let
gonna
you
be
walk
related.
into this.
Yeah.
He let you walk into this.
And Ivory,
Don't tell her too much about your family because she'll start claiming y'all are related too.
Ivory, what we do is we let our guests come in and kind of sit down for a second and make a decision if they want to leave before they
That's
talk on
right.
their-
Yeah.
All right, Mike, we'll introduce your guest because right now there's people on opposite planets trying
Yeah,
to
that
figure
are
out
going, who's she?
how.
Who's she? I
Well,
know.
no, they're trying to figure out how Stephanie thinks this all of a sudden. I don't know.
Well,
I'm
that's,
confused, too.
That's the redneck part of our guest base is they're wanting to know about Stephanie. The other part are like, Mike, who's that news to you?
Well, we did Stephanie's, little family tree one time, and it went up one level
I remember.
and went like 8 levels to the right.
Yeah.
There
yeah.
was no going up.
And-
I've never seen a family tree that
It
grows
just
like
went
a
in
weed.
circle.
And the low hanging fruit was dipping in the lake where they found the dead body the other day.
Dude, why'd you put your glasses on? You
'Cause I
trying to
can't
act
see.
No, it's
styling
not,
and
it's not-
profiling?
why you got yours on?
Because I have to wear mine.
Yeah, I
No,
can't.
so
I
they-
can't take the
Hey,
light.
let's
man.
go to the guest then.
Okay. Hey, our guest today. She comes from Atlanta, and she was. The joke is she was born in the wrong decade, man. This is Ivory Williams, and she's going to be doing her album debut Friday night down in Avondale. I posted a lot of the information. I'll post it again while we're talking. But hey, Ivory, how are you?
Hey guys, I'm
All right.
doing good.
So,
Thanks for
what
having me.
do you think about this craziness? I mean,
Yeah, y'all look crazy.
yeah, and
Just a
this
little
is
bit. Just a little
yeah,
Just a
20
pinch.
and you
Just
know
a
what?
little.
I guess I should really start warning guests, but it's really
Yeah.
fun
How
to see
have
their
you?
expression.
How have you not warned them? Have you never said, "Hey, I would like for you to come on the show"? But
No, I
maybe
did.
you
I
need to
did.
go watch one of our YouTubes and you decide.
No, we'll never have any guests.
No, that's the first thing I do when I talk to a guest.
Really?
I say, by the way, we get
Yeah,
a little
but
wild and crazy.
I bring folks
Uh,
like Ivory on. You bring like Jagged Edge, the wrestler. I mean, big difference. In fact, Jagged Edge, you smell beautiful, by the way, today.
Thanks.
Jagged
So does
Edge,
Jagged. What are you
I
trying
was
to
about
say?
to say, Jagged smells about the same. You big
What are you
sissy.
trying to say?
Big burly wrestler guy that every time he comes in here, I have to body slam him, show him a couple
you
things.
wish.
So,
And Mike was really jealous because the very first time I went to one of the wrestling matches, these guys are like NFL football. Well, actually, he was
a
NFL football.
player.
But
yeah.
as I walk in to the restroom to use the bathroom, all I see is this, and I didn't see his face. So all I see is this big black dude with a white dress shirt on and what appeared to be no bottoms.
Oh.
but yet standing there in like some purple boots, and I'm walking like I'm walking to the urinal, and I'm going, am I supposed to acknowledge this? Am I not supposed to acknowledge this? So of course I turn what would be my back because I'm now facing the wall. I use the bathroom. I turn. I get ready to walk out. Jagged turns around and goes, "Hey!" and hugs me, and I'm going, am I supposed to be hugging a dude who's standing here with nothing but a white shirt on
and purple boots?
And purple boots. Am I supposed to be doing this? Is this legal in the countries?
You know what they say? Apparently, God knows that there's a reason for everything. So you got a little black and white thing going. It's cool. I mean, hey, look, your baby.
No, but for some reason, I'm picturing Tom Cruise sliding through the house in a white shirt right now. I've
done that. I've done that, by the way.
Singing.
It's not quite as pretty when I do it because after about the second step, I fall down and I roll.
But what you're wearing is not called a shirt. It's called a sheet. It's different. More like John Belushi toga party.
I'm glad you're here this morning. If you were here during the election show, which we're all kind of still licking our wounds from, Scottie showed us that he wears thong underwear.
No, they're not.
And it wasn't a pretty sight.
They're not thongs.
One of the reasons why
I think Mike wants them to be thongs. That's what scares me is that he has this infatuation now with the I wear thongs. And I'm like, I don't, but why do you keep thinking that? I think it's that kind of, when you're hungry and you're walking through the desert and you're like, I need a bottle of water, and you see a bottle of water that's really not there, and I see a glazed donut that's really not there. He thinks he saw thongs. I don't know.
So when I'm walking through a desert, I'm gonna visualize his thong.
Apparently.
No.
So hey, how about we get to the guest?
How are you?
So how did you discover this young lady? Let's hear all this, sir.
God, should I tell him the truth or lie?
I mean, social media, like I'm on Facebook. I have a Facebook page, and I have my normal Facebook page, and I speak a few languages.
Right.
So and on my Facebook page it says I speak Arabic, and I guess since you're military, you said that you were interested in learning Arabic or something.
I do speak some, but I wanted to brush up on
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. So I mean, it's really weird. There's not a lot of people that do speak good Arabic. Two, there's not a lot of people that right now that will admit to it. And that's why. And then also you speak, is it Gaelic?
Yeah.
Yeah, she speaks Gaelic, which I don't know if you guys watch.
So does Zach.
Really? How about that?
Wow.
See? Yeah, I mean, I've never met somebody
You seem to get it. Never mind. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going, Mike.
All right,
Okay, well, it's technically
Let's
called
go.
Irish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Irish
Zach is
Gaelic.
There you go.
Zach is good.
Yeah, okay.
That's what. But no, she
See,
speaks,
correct it because
I
you just
should've-
said it.
Well, she doesn't know Zach.
I know.
So
Keep going.
But can you? I mean, okay, the Arabic. It's a really interesting
It's
story
okay.
how
He knows
you.
he's gay.
So does Mike.
Yo, come on.
Oh no,
I
we
don't-
love Zach. Zach comes in on the ladies talk and does some.
It's my wife's hairdresser.
Mine
He's
too.
all of our hairdressers.
That and he's like my little brother. I've already told people, anytime he pops into a bar,
I
I'm
thought he was
like,
like your son.
the second that somebody tries to get smart with you, just remind them that you're my little brother and leave it alone.
Yeah, then they'll start picking on you.
Yeah, then they'll pick on me, but they'll leave him alone.
Poor Ivory, she's sitting there going, "Jesus, what'd I get into?"
Yeah, again, you
Okay.
didn't warn her.
Well, okay. So tell them how you learned Arabic.
I was in college, and I was just obsessed with world music, and
Right.
I came across all these artists who sang in Arabic, like Amr Diab
Mhm.
and a lot of Egyptian artists, and I was really obsessed with the music, but I had no idea what they were saying.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buy a few books and try to teach myself, and I did. And
Wow.
I met a few friends in college who spoke Arabic, but they're not they'll try to help you, but if they're fluent and they're not a teacher, it's kind of hard to
It comes out like
teach.
it comes out like an album. The old albums we used to have at 78,000.
Yeah.
Because it's a very difficult language. And I was explaining to her that I was learning Pashto, which is a certain dialect, basically, but it is nothing like Dari or Arabic. And so we get over to Afghanistan, and I'm trying to talk to somebody, and they're looking at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, I call my interpreter over, and he's like, "You're speaking Pashto." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, we're in Kabul." He goes, "Oh no, we speak Arabic here." So I was like, "Oh well, okay." So she taught herself. Now get this, I got to brag
That's
on her a little
amazing
bit.
that you taught
She taught
yourself.
herself by the lyrics to songs. And then one of your
I was about to say, teaching yourself with not hearing somebody speak it would be hard, but I guess trying to hear it through song too, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I guess with song you can, and you guys probably have never heard any of that music, but some of it's really like cheesy, but then some of it you just sit there and go, wow.
So it's similar to, say, listening to an opera style where you get more engulfed into the sounds of it more than understanding what they're saying.
The vocals are really like I know a song, so كل حبيبي ودت بدوني لو يا حبيبي إن لمي في الدنيا بعد حبيبي.
You see what I mean? And the music, look, goosebumps, because their music, just like Turkish music and Pakistan, their music has so much more. It has what we used to have.
More depth.
You know how we used to always talk about that? I mean, how music had.
Well,
had
everything with us got so commercialized.
Now it's,
sampling and
blah, blah, blah. So that kind of feeds into the fact that everybody says you were born maybe in the wrong place and about 30 years, 40 years too late, huh?
Yeah, but what you're doing, because I was listening to some of it, and what I like about what you're doing is me DJing all the time. I've overplayed music so much that I sit there and go, okay, all the country music, we joked because somebody actually did what we always made jokes about. And they blended like 15 of the top country songs together
into one
song. And
it was fine, right?
Yeah, right. Like when you're listening to it, you're going, holy cow, all these make one song. Like they're all so generic. It's all the same songs. So we kept saying that. At what point does somebody say we need to blend more music together and make new music? Because everybody jokes about hip hop or what they call country rap. And I'm sitting here saying, but you do understand. There's already been so much rock. You have to change it up a little bit. There's already been so much country. You've got to start changing up a little bit. There's already been so much gangster rap. I mean, how many times can you pull a gun out and shoot somebody? When are people going to put some of this stuff and actually make better music? So it was really impressive because when listening to yours, it's almost like the blending of two generations of music together. That's what we actually liked about it, because there's already been so much copy paste music that there's no originals anymore.
Bring it back. I love it. And I got to tell you too, like your video Money Man, that's a good video.
I just had Little Richard says that was such a beautiful sound, but I absolutely have no idea what she was saying.
Yeah. Could you maybe translate a little bit to us and kind of let us know?
Oh, the song I was singing?
Sure.
It's just a love song. It's just like singing to your lover, saying, like how much they mean to you. And like Habibi means sweetheart in Arabic. So if you say Kola ila Habibi, that means like you're my darling. Like,
right. You mean so much.
You're my sweetheart.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
And see what a lot of people, and I think it's really great because a lot of people, the whole Islamic phobic type thing and how men treat women and all that other stuff. And you guys always hear me defending Muslim men and Muslim women because I've seen their relationships, just like DJ Smiles had said, not the people Mike used to eat dinner with, because they're a loving family, man. They're some of the most loving people. And the kids, my God, you know what? We could be having an adult conversation and 16 little kids could run in the house and tackle us. And we just keep talking. There was none of the stop it, go away, all that other stuff.
Right.
They would just tackle us. We'd have kids all over us and dogs barking at us, and we'd just keep our conversation going and keep eating.
Yeah, to me, it doesn't matter like where you come from or what your background is. Like if you're a good person, you're a good person.
Right.
Like that, anyone can recognize a good person. Like it's like a dog. Dogs can recognize if someone's good or bad. Like
that's why Bella
they don't recognize your religion. They don't recognize what race you are. Like
that's a good point.
It's just like if you're good, you're good. Like that's what counts.
And nowadays we need more of that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We used to joke about an old boss of mine back when I still did electrical work. All the people he was our boss, so all of us at work together used to say, "Man, he is just such the car salesman. Like he always had on the shirt, the tie, the hair slicked back, the always shaving. He was always the clean guy, always flirting with the women." He had to come by my house one day, and I had this old red dog I'd had for years, and her name was Maggie. And as soon as he got out of the truck, Maggie went nuts. Would never let him come inside my fence. And all of us that were standing there, we're all going, that dog just don't care for her. Well, shortly, and this is a fast story, shortly after that, we find out the real guy And then it's like, wow, it's kind of funny if we would have paid attention to the dog. Like the dog saw right through it within 3 seconds, but he had all of us fooled. And it's so funny that there's so many people out there that are walking around with the fake faces, the false pretenses of who they really are. So it's really important.
I wrote that down. And if you're wondering, I have numerous books of these over the last couple of years where guests say stuff or we come up with our own words or something happens. And I'm publishing a book. And it'll be like a coffee table book. So you are now in it. Yeah, you are now in the book. How about that? If we make millions, I'll tell you what, he's
not going to share nothing with you. He writes down everything I say, and I hadn't got anything, not even a Tootsie Roll Pop.
Yeah, he writes down what we say and says that he brings it up or made it up.
Absolutely.
I do that all the time.
Later.
Yeah,
like sometimes people say stuff and I'm like, that would make a really good song.
Yeah.
And I'm like the hugest plagiarizer because like people just like people say really cool stuff and like I'll tell them, I'll be like, hey, like if you're gonna be my friend, be warned, like I'm probably gonna plagiarize you at some point.
I love it.
Like I'm gonna quote you and I'm gonna take what you say
man.
and I'm gonna turn it into a song. So
that's
it's kind of like my friends have to sign a disclosure like before they choose to be my friends. Because I'm
I like it.
Mike, we're gonna have to do that. Everything Mike says it's funny is a quote from a movie, and most of the time it's a cheesy movie. Right. But everything he quotes is like
I take credit for it.
He's walked around. He walks around telling people about this new business that we were going to start, and he says, "I," and I'm like, really? I'm the one that named it.
Well, not only that, but I got Trump elected.
My God.
It was my vote that counted.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
I'm not going to go there.
I don't know.
Me either.
I don't know.
Shut up.
Yeah, but absolutely. So your songs, rough idea, how many songs have you written?
Over the years, I've probably written about 150 so-ish.
Can you imagine?
Oh, wow. And how old are you?
I'm 23, so like I've been writing since I was like 10.
Isn't that crazy?
And how long have you been singing?
I've been singing since I was like 10.
That's
Sorry,
cool.
That's my phone.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let me turn that off.
All right, don't forget your headset there.
Ice cream man here?
No, it's fine. If it's important, we'll hook it up. I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
So you know what? She's looking at that name going, oh no, I will never let these people talk to him or her. She's
probably
like
her manager going, get out of there now. Leave, eject. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine a friend of
I'm surprised Rich Archer hadn't sent us anything saying shut up.
Yeah.
Enough already.
Yeah. Or does she have a manager?
Yeah.
You're a horrible person, Stephanie. I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah, she's got a manager,
Horrible.
production company, and everything. So.
That was my alarm when I was like normally going to wake up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we got you up early today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we laughed because there was a comedian that used to come here until she just decided it's too early. She was like, I'm going to come here next time and I'm going to spend the night. And she's like, you can just come down and give me some coffee at about 9.
Did she drive from really far away?
Well, she drove from like Gwinnett. But what was funny is she's like, this is just like, why can't we do a noon show? I went, morning show.
I post that all the time.
You know,
why do we have to do a morning show in the
normal
morning?
Normal people actually get up in the morning.
Yeah. And we were somewhere the other night, and so it was one of the girls one of our friends had dropped by here and says, man, I love watching your videos. I'm gonna have to come do the morning show one time. What time do you start? And I went 7:30. You're here about 7:15. She goes, oh my God, that's too early. I went, morning show. You know, it's funny, like she acknowledges that it's a morning show, but she didn't acknowledge that you have to be up to do it. Live from her bedroom with microphones in her face. I mean, really?
And video cameras.
Yeah.
So let's talk about before we talk about Friday, let's talk about some of the places you have played. So we always do this with our guests.
Let's talk about what created this.
Yeah.
What made you at 10 years old start writing? What made you at 10 years old start singing? I mean, what led you to this point? Because that's what everybody's going to want to know too.
Like an elementary school.
Yeah.
Well, that's what an interview is, you know?
Yeah.
My dad is a musician and so is my mom, actually. They both met doing music at church.
Right.
So like they did a lot of church music, and my dad's Irish. So as we were growing up, I have 6 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
And we all play music. But my dad taught us Irish music when we were little. So like when we were all, you know, toddlers, he would teach us like, you know, the Rattling Bog song, like, and all these like drinking like whiskey songs, like Nancy whiskey
Come on,
and
belt one
whiskey in the jar.
Belt one out. Let's hear it. Come on.
Oh, roll the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, roll the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. That was the lullaby. That was the lullaby
drinking song
that he used to put us to sleep when we were babies.
That's cool.
Man,
So
I like your dad already.
yeah, he's a cool dude. I'm sure he's listening. Hey, Dad. I told him to listen.
Morning, Dad.
Morning, Dad.
Yeah, Dad,
Yeah,
and we
so-
apologize for any idiotic stuff that you may have to listen to this morning. Mike probably should have forewarned everybody. It's kind of like it's kind of like a hazmat suit should have been issued.
Hey, look, when I first asked Ivory about this, she said, "Yeah, I'll just come on and joke around with you guys." I'm like, "Okay, now we could guess that. We want to hear that voice." So you know, hearing it from a lullaby song, that's awesome.
But yeah, that's what he used to sing us. And like when me and my brothers were a little bit older, we had this great idea. We're like, you know, we should like start a band. And I was like 9 and my brothers were like 11 and 12. And of course, you know, my dad was like, yeah, let's do it.
The
So-
Irish Six.
So me and my 2 older brothers and my dad formed a little Irish band called Sean Bean, and we had been performing all over the Southeast, doing like different Celtic festivals and Irish festivals with the Celtic music.
Right.
And just because of my heritage, like that it really meant a lot to me. It was really cool.
Sure.
So that's what we did, like up until I did that until I was about 15, 16. And then I kind of started teaching myself guitar and like learning more jazz and soul and blues music.
Right.
And that's where like the influence of the music I'm doing now comes from, because my whole childhood was like purely Irish and classical music. And then when I got older, I started developing a huge like passion for soul music and
Right.
blues and jazz and like R&B.
You agree that like when you grow up, same thing here. I sung in church choirs, and because I was raised Catholic, and
Me too.
So you go through all that type of music, but there's no changing that music. That music is written. There's no adding to it. There's no taking from it.
Well, you'd be surprised. They do. They add a lot to it more nowadays than they used to.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. Is as you grew older and you started to see different musics and stuff like that, did you kind of keep that as a foundation, or did you just kind of say, I'm going to jump into the blues and R&B? I
kept everything as a foundation, and I always go back to the Irish
Do you?
traditional music because it's so deep down as a part of me. It's like
Very
it's a part of
natural.
my soul because it's my childhood. Like I love soul music and I love blues and I love what we're doing now. But like when I to this day, you know, I haven't been performing much Irish music or Celtic music. I mean, I played the Celtic harp like for weddings sometimes, and
could
like
you imagine?
and you know, for different events. But
As we need to send them to the Celtic, which is an old time card.
I was sitting there thinking,
Not because the two names go together, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is that vibe is definitely
Yeah, we have a
what they
Celtic
have.
bar here in town.
oh, great!
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
all
Have to check
for
that out.
bringing in the different music like that,
Yeah.
more laid back
Yeah.
and enjoyable music.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Have to
Yeah,
check
and
that
it is a very Celtic feeling. I mean, you can actually kind of sit outside-ish, I guess. I don't
Well,
know
they
if
have
the-
speakers outside, so you can.
Well,
hear outside.
Yeah.
I've been playing music in bars and pubs and all those kinds of places since I was 10, like illegally, because I was like under 18. So my dad would like slip us through and be like,
That's
"It's
right.
fine, they're Irish." Like
That's right.
you know, like they would have such a problem because like they'd be like, "Oh, we heard of this Irish band," and they'd bring us in, and we were just kids. Like, so a few times they just like, "I don't know if we can actually let you guys play here." 'cause
Yeah,
it's
but you're
kind
not
of-
drinking, right? So, I mean,
Yeah.
it changes it a little
I don't
bit.
know,
Like-
man, Irish kid at 10, that's old enough, right?
Well, not
Apparently.
really.
Look at that laugh.
Apparently.
Look at that laugh, man. That's hilarious. I know, like in Germany, when I lived in Germany, man, you would see a little kid drinking a beer at dinner, and you're just like, I just can't tell if that's a good idea. But a Sicilian family, the kids were all drinking wine. They didn't
Yeah,
like it,
that's
but they
normal.
drank it.
That's normal.
But an Irish upbringing, how about that? Now, the Irish language, and we talked about this earlier, I believe last week, was that a lot of people say, I can speak Irish,
Yeah.
and
just an
it's like,
accent.
yeah, well, that's not really Irish.
That's an accent. Like,
Right.
Right. I was making that joke the other day because he's made that joke, right? So I was watching this TV show called Dr. Ken, and it's the guy that's Korean that was brought up here but doesn't know Korean. So he goes to a Korean class, and the teacher's trying to get him to talk Korean, and he did that. He talked the slang.
Oh my God.
And she's like, no, sir, that's not Korean. Just because you are Korean and you're talking
That's
Korean
like something
slang.
from South Park.
It is. And it was
South Park
Yes.
episode.
It was a funny show, but it was just hilarious to watch because I thought that is so funny because Mike makes that joke when people says, oh, I can talk that. No, you can't. Just because you're joking about it. So anyways, keep going, Mike. I was just throwing that out there.
I've watched every episode of South Park twice.
Yeah, because the first time wasn't horrible enough. I experienced it twice.
It's a terrible show.
It
is. Yeah.
It's
That was like him trying to make his marriage work
funny.
over and over again.
Yeah, that was kind of like South Park too, man.
I know, just because it didn't work.
Yeah, really. Who killed Connie? No, okay, that was a joke.
We don't know. They're
I
still
said
investigating.
Yeah, well, that's what you get when you marry a German girl, right? So, okay, so let me get all political, but not our politics.
Gotcha.
What about the politics and the Irish politics of certain groups and Catholics and Protestants and the IRA and things of that nature? Did you see any of that? I mean, as you were growing up, because I know every family has to pick a side.
Well, you don't have to, but like
she's so lying. Right
No,
now.
you're
Like-
not trying to just put somebody on
I
the
mean,
spot or
It's a
anything.
political
like
era
my
right
my
now.
family is from Donegal, so like like my grandmother's, she's Donegal, and like that's really close to Ulster. It's
Mhm.
really close to Belfast,
So-
but it's not quite Northern Ireland.
Right.
But like the way I look at it, I was involved in. A good friend of mine was involved in the Ulster Project.
Right.
It's this thing where like they try to unite families, from Ulster and from
side,
Ireland
yeah.
to
It's
kind of
like,
just like live with each other and just kind of
Right.
get along and see that, hey, like we have a
It's-
few differences, but like we're
Right.
we're Irish.
It's the Ulster program is very, very similar to what they're trying in the Gaza Strip with Palestinians and Arabs. Trying to live together and learn each other's
Yeah.
cultures without
But it's
beating the
not
living
quite
crap
that
out of each other.
extreme, yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, you got to admit now, Belfast is still a dangerous area.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's still a
it
dangerous
is.
area, and even in this day and time. So,
Yeah.
how do you feel about? I mean, do you go back and forth? Do you ever travel to
I
Ireland?
used to. The last time I went was a few years ago, but I used to go there every summer when I was a
Really?
teenager. And
I can tell you as somebody who's traveled around the world, Shannon, Ireland is where I went, and there is no green like the green in Shannon, Ireland, and it's probably in a song
true.
somewhere. But when you land and
Write
you're
a
looking out
song.
the
I can write
window,
that song.
yeah, when you look out the window, you look at all the lush landscape, and it's a beautiful country. It truthfully is. But you look at the lush landscape, and you're just like, wow, that is really green. Isn't it? It's very unusual. That and the taxi cab drivers will try to kill you for sport.
What?
Yeah, they'll try to kill you for sport.
The randomness.
No,
you see what
you
we
get
deal
off.
with.
You
Hey,
get off.
I might have relatives in Ireland listening in, so I'm just saying.
We do go all over the world.
They're gonna be like, "What are you
yeah.
talking about?
got
What
any-
are you talking about?"
You got any relatives that are taxi cab drivers? Because I swear this guy was trying to kill us, and it was the only reason was because we were Americans.
What?
He was like, "Oh, let me show y'all something." Whoa!
One of our listeners is picking on Mike a little bit, saying I view the Irish the way you guys view English. He says, "Bunch of terrorists."
Well, he's from England.
He's from England.
This
Come on,
one
Bella.
particular-
Come on.
Yeah, this one guy. He does a show. We actually did a simulcast with him, and his name's Alex, and he's from England, and I know
he's an illegal alien.
yeah, pretty much. He has a baby.
I joke.
dog.
I don't know that he is. I just made that joke during the show the other night because y'all were discussing that.
Well, because it's important. He can't vote.
Can
said-
you?
But he's all about
He
politics.
does a
Can
political
you?
show. Can I vote?
Yeah.
No, I told you I can.
Keep
So-
going. I'm just picking. Keep
I
going.
know, I know.
Hey, we got this thing called a guest. We'll get to.
Well, we're having fun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
and I don't
it's
want to
like-
put her on the spot of just talking about music. There's she's at her age, she is incredibly well versed
Yeah.
in cultures around the world.
Do we
You ever
need to
traveled
take
to
a
anything in the
break?
Middle East? Oh, you said do we need a break?
Well, we are in just a second. I was getting
Okay.
a song. Go ahead.
Have you ever traveled to the Middle East?
I have not, but it's definitely on my bucket list.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah. I'd pour that bucket out.
Yeah.
It's not as fun as everybody makes.
Well,
no, I went to the bad places.
everything has to be done the right way. You know?
It's just like traveling to Jerusalem. I really, really want to go, but everybody and their brother says, don't you go. Because, I mean, it's dangerous right now. But
if you know
Hey,
the right people.
Can I ask you something? Can you hurry up and go?
Shut up.
And
He's
please,
like a brother I never liked.
and please stay a while, like Alex and his visa. Please stay a while.
But I mean, obviously,
I love you, Alex. I'm just playing.
Obviously, your look and everything else like that is very.
But I do want Mike to leave.
Irish, so when you travel to those other countries, boy, they're going to pick you out of a crowd in a second. So. It's just one of those things, letting you know. They don't want me to go because I look like a soldier still. I'm a big guy. I'm an ugly American. I'm loud. I'm obnoxious. And they're like, boy, they'll paint a target on your back in a second.
Damn, you just said it all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's true. I'm just telling
you have to go to the right place, and if you know the right people,
that would be.
If you stay with people and you're with people that you know that are familiar with the area and take you to the places that are safe, it's fine.
Well, I know that too, and you save so much
where you go.
Yeah, you save so much on room and board too, because that is extremely expensive anymore when you travel overseas.
Well, even if you don't stay with them, it's like if you know the safe places, if you know somebody that can help you and guide you to the right places to go,
I never had that luxury. See, that's the difference. Are we ready for a commercial?
Yeah, man, let's go to a commercial.
Let's go to a commercial.
We'll get her set up when we come back.
Remember, we're still live on YouTube.
We'll I'm not going to throw her to make her play, but I'm going to go ahead and get it set up to play. So everybody hang tight. We will be right back. It's just for fun in the morning.
Now, you had said something about you want to leave it?
Remember Big Mike's on.
Yes. Oh, the big.
Yeah. Okay. Well, because when everybody pulls away from Mike's, I want
to be over here. Because we can throw it in our rotation.
I tell you, I had no.
I said 24/7. Somebody from District Run. It was you.
Yeah, it was not Alex, but the guru.
Jacob.
Maybe I said Jacob 3 in my song.
Okay, cool. I didn't know. Jacob is in.
Yeah, and I was just trying to get signed into Outlook, but apparently the password's been changed.
But I do have I have a copy in my car.
Okay,
of the hard copy.
And if when we're done, if we could do a couple pictures, we do one serious picture in front of the logo, then we do like a silly picture.
Yeah.
And then if I could get you to do maybe 1 or 2 sound bites saying, "Hey, this is Ivory Williams listening to Just Fun Radio," and Militarymike is funny as hell. Okay, you don't have to have that.
Militarymike is a pervert.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody, we're getting stuff from Germany, all over. Really, that little thing you did is definitely got a lot of people impressed. People are saying,
yeah, YouTube said that they loved her sound.
Yeah, wow, damn, that's really interesting. So that's cool. So we're good.
Oh, what? That I was singing in Arabic.
Yep. We have a really strange internet radio is definitely the future because like a regular radio station has to push out wattage, to increase. Well, kilowatt hours are going up, prices are going up, going up. So now with all this, and there's some stuff in the other room, but we transmit 24/7 around the world.
Yeah.
We actually have had guys on rooftops in Australia working on air conditioners call to request songs. And you're just like, you got to get out of here. And you say, hey, mate, we're listening to this funny, And
yeah, I was sitting in Taco Bell and I get this phone call. Like I'm eating a burrito. It's 3:00 our time.
Yeah. And
I'm going, what the hell? What number is this? Because it was like a 1 and then all the area code stuff. I'm just like, so it's a 1 + 6. And I'm just going, what is this, Social Security number?
Yeah.
So I'm like, hello? And there's a guy going, hey, man.
No, Jacob, not at all.
Will you play me some Def Leppard? And I went, sure. He says, we're on top of a rooftop waiting for helicopters to drop some AC units. And I'm thinking, okay. He says, yeah, we're trying to get started this morning. It's like 5 something. And I was like, where are you? And he told me that. And I was like, Oh yeah, dude, I'll play you anything you want. You were the first phone call because it's one thing to hear from Germany.
Yeah.
To me, that's the other side of the planet.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Australia is actually
The other side of
the other
down.
side of my
That's
planet.
awesome.
So it was just kind of cool to hear a guy go, "Hey, play me some Def Leppard, dude. I'll play you whatever you want."
Yeah, he called me Tuesday night after
The election.
Yeah.
Now he was sending me messages, and I'm like, "I'm going to bed."
Yeah.
We actually get people.
I'm going to bed.
The one he came and stayed with you guys, right?
No, he stayed at a hotel because he was touring, seeing a bunch of people. But
The German
Listen,
German part,
German from Heidelberg.
And then
She
Alex.
stayed
with me.
weeks. With
2
us.
weeks.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So
But unlike what you said, to go to other countries and to meet people and have them take you around, when people come to visit us, we don't do that. We
I
give them a
do.
couple bucks, send them out on the street.
Well,
Then we follow them around with a camera. and
but
laugh.
we have it. We're more fortunate because we don't have as much danger. Like, of course, if you're going to the slums of New York, like,
Yeah, hell yeah.
like if you're
I
in
love
the
New York.
slums of even Atlanta, there's some dangerous parts of town.
Hell yeah, there is. You don't turn somebody loose in Atlanta. You know what I love about Atlanta when somebody visits? They say, "Should I get a cab?" Because
You don't have it.
other main
Get an
cities,
Uber.
yeah, other big cities,
Yeah.
it's all by cab. And they always go, "Should I just get a cab to get around?" And I always go, "Okay, look, here's the deal.
Like, cab fare are so expensive.
You better just rent a car."
Yeah.
Because you are. And they're like, "But where am I
Nowadays,
going to
Uber
park?"
is great.
I believe it or not, that Jeep out there, I just got it a couple months ago, and that was to do Uber
Yeah.
because we are going to film it and use it on the show.
hey, everybody, we got to do some adjustments. So hang
It
tight,
would
please,
be
on video.
like, we were talking about back, Uber confessions with me driving. Can you imagine? I mean, it would just be stupid stuff. But Uber says anything.
With you,
over
anything would be
2,000,
stupid,
that's
Mike.
all. I heard that's good.
Really, you don't even have your headphones on. You don't even have your headphones on. You didn't hear that.
No, I was reading your lips. But
All right, we got to go back, y'all.
I haven't done Uber and Lyft like I wanted to because I thought that would be rude.
Yeah, he's already tried to figure out how to get the lift onto the Jeep. He has a hard enough time getting in and out of it. Now, if he'd have bought the BMW,
Yeah,
we
I
were
was
going to
gonna
have
buy
to have a
BMW.
lift on it.
Okay, I was going to buy a BMW, right?
Hang on. Let's go to this story. All right, everybody, we're back. Mike is trying to explain to people that he actually was contemplating the idea of buying that 2-seater BMW convertible.
Convertible, yeah, man.
I'm like, Mike, we'll have to get a lift, pull the top back every time you want to get out of this, lift you up, almost
not
like a
that
stuffed
big.
animal in that dollar game as
I'm
you're
not that
leaving the
big.
Walmart.
Stop it. I'm not that big. I can get out. But Jack had that
You know how
Corvette.
he'd get in? He'd just fall in. It'd be
Yeah,
getting
gravity.
him out would be the problem.
Yeah, gravity. That worked
Bad
for me.
knees, retired vet.
Blown up, can't hear
I
out
have
of
bad
one ear.
knees. I'm not even like 30.
You're not, yeah,
Not
right.
even 30.
Yeah, wait till you're my age. Your knees will be killing you. Hey, Jack had that red Corvette over there at Turn and Burn Motors. And I was like, oh, man, wouldn't it be cool to have a red
Was it
Corvette?
convertible?
Yeah.
I'm just making
All right.
sure because that is the only way you're getting in a car
Shut
like that.
up.
Mike, those cars are like 6 to 8 inches off the ground. You would have to
Well,
fall
I know.
into it,
I
but you
used to
could
have a
never
black-
stand up to get out.
I had a black Corvette. I know the deal. I was younger.
We were
I could-
talking, we talked about it. We thought about a jacked up 4x4 because we said, okay, he could eventually climb in it, but then falling out of it would be simple.
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
Give
let
him
me
a
ask you a
parachute?
question. You hit the Uber button, right? And I pull up.
Are you telling her about bounce or Uber?
Yes, I was going to.
Okay.
You got
How did I know
it?
you didn't say segue? Keep going.
God, he ruined it. Never mind.
No,
No.
tell her she might
I
enjoy
still am
bounce.
lost.
Hey,
I'm lost.
I know.
You kept talking about
I'm
the
so lost.
IRA. She might be off for some bounce.
Why are you talking about your retirement plan?
Yeah, she's about to bounce right on out of here.
Listen, I came up with an application. Okay, if you're ever committing a crime, which I'm thinking, if you haven't done it yet, it's probably on your bucket list.
What, gun running? What are you trying to say?
Look at her, look at me like, Jesus Christ, did he just say that? Now listen to me. Okay, you commit a crime and you got to get away fast, right? You don't want to take your car. They'll see it. They'll get.
Okay,
You hit the bounce,
that's a
Yeah.
great idea.
isn't it? And I come flying up and I'm like, get in. And it's like, but we haven't. Shut
He
up.
has
and
on a
get
mask
in.
like Batman and
Yeah,
Robin,
man.
you know?
Yeah. I think
And
it'd be
he's
great.
serious.
He's
Oh.
being dead serious.
I've had people call me going, where can
I need to
download
bounce.
the app?
See,
Oh my
Alex,
gosh.
Alex was
No,
stealing
see,
beer.
that's just a great way to find the criminals. Like, it's an
Well,
app that
would
actually the
just
police
follow
are just going to
him.
utilize
Yeah.
and be like,
I'm not sure where
They
your
put a
culture or
tracer
where
on
you
it.
live, your environment, but me finding criminals is about this hard.
and I tried to say you would become an accessory. He says
No.
I would only be an accessory if I knew it was a crime. He says I am just performing a lawful service. I said to help somebody unlawfully escape. He says, but I don't know that.
I don't know.
No, that's why you call it bounce. Call me if you're committing a crime.
If they've got a gun in their hand, they're covered with blood, and they jump in the back, I'm going to go, hey, look, there's some water.
Some
they
wet
just kept
wipes.
their
There's some-
self-shaving.
Yeah, there's some. Don't try to drink the lemon flavored wet wipes, and clean yourself up. Don't get in on the back seat. I think it'd be a great idea.
Wow.
Just me. That's just what I was talking about.
well,
So
this is being documented.
Has this gotten creepy yet? Would be
So-
the question.
if it hasn't, we could keep
If I
doing so
don't
we
come
can-
home, you guys know why.
Oh no, you're good because you're not in a Girl Scout uniform.
Jesus.
Thanks
I
for
can't-
scaring her on that
Wow,
level.
Steph.
It puts
Hey,
on
you're
the
one
lotion.
that said you
I-
killed Girl
I
Scouts.
killed not Girl Scouts. It was one Girl Scout.
Yeah, one too many.
I still got the outfit.
Do you feel safe yet? Because
It
you
was
answered
not
his
at all.
weird Facebook
No.
messaging.
I'm the guy that answers
Stop
the phone in his
much.
underwear.
Wow.
Hey,
when-
did you send her the one that's Military Mike or Buffalo Bill? Which one did you send her?
Put on the lotion. That was a little Hispanic accent
yeah, it
there.
was.
Well, in this
Didn't
day and
sound
age,
right.
build the wall, and if you're on this side of the wall, hey Joe, ese, put on the lotion. And his dog wouldn't be. Have you ever seen the movie Silence?
I
of the
am
Lambs?
not responsible
Okay.
for this.
No,
I'm
she-
not
yeah, I
responsible
know what
for
you're
this.
talking.
Yeah, she knows movies too, so she's cool. She knows what I'm talking about. But the Hispanic version of Silence of the Lambs is more like Quietness of the Goat, and then it doesn't. The dog isn't Precious. The dog is Paquito Taco Bell.
Oh my
Yo
God.
quiero Taco Bell.
All right,
Yo, have lost
Oh my
me.
God.
Yo quiero
I
Taco
swear,
Bell.
this is my radio show, and I'm ready to walk out.
This
Oh
is
my
what we,
God.
this is what we
I'm
do.
gonna go upstairs. Y'all finish this. I'll be back.
We're gonna go on an elongated commercial break till
Now
about
he's Kermit.
Wednesday. So we're during the break before everybody got weird.
I want to ask what pills you crushed up this morning and snorted, but I'm afraid of what answer you'd give me.
The same ones you have.
Oh, his nose isn't blue, so
Ew.
Xanax.
Oh, gross! My nose is a blue.
Xanax
it,
is blue.
You poor thing. I'm
God.
sorry. I should have warned you about redneck Steph. Damn, that was funny as hell. Your nose is a blue. Did he spit up? The joke is every day we try to get him to spit whatever he's drinking out of his nose,
Pardon me.
and because the
Sinuses are clear now.
the waste paper basket isn't.
The problem is today it's not Mio, it's Coke and Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola burns the nostrils.
So does bad Coke.
Oh my god.
Alrighty then.
I swear to God, you invited her in, she will start clearing everybody's Facebook pages. Block this one, block this one.
It's what we do. We'll make you famous, but for the wrong reasons. So has anybody heard from? We have a manager. We're under
No, I have not heard from him today.
total
I
entertainment.
think he's
management.
hiding under a rock.
Yeah.
He's listening to
And
this show and he's
Usually-
running.
Usually, somebody with talent like that, he'll be like, "Hey, who's the manager? Who's the manager? What did you do?" Or he'll show up. So he must be busy or sleeping. I think everybody's still sleeping from the election.
Oh my God, here he is.
I knew it.
He says, I was going to stop by,
So
but
told you.
now I'm wondering.
Well, good. If I'm weird and that keeps you away, I'm going to go twice as weird.
Yeah, we need him to show
Oh,
up.
look.
He needs to
No. That's
he needs to whip
that's
out a ruler and smack your hands.
Oh, stop it, Rich Archer. He is a sexy man. If I did swing that other way, he'd be one. I'd go
Wow.
for. I would. Yeah, he's sexy.
Alrighty.
He's a good looking man.
And now
Is
back
it
to
is
our
it the fact that
guest.
he's a fireman? Is that what did it to you? Now
man.
back to our guest.
Man, firemen, man, they're just.
I had two.
You had two firemen?
truckloads.
Don't
I
lie.
had 2 truckloads yesterday in the neighborhood. Yeah, I called about my neighbor that was burning.
Two
You didn't see the
truckloads of what?
video?
Not burning one, Mike. Burning, actually burning.
Burning.
Huge. If you are smoking a blunt and somebody calls the fire department, that's right on time.
Snoop
No,
Dogg.
and then it was funny. As we were getting ready to go to bed and it got dark, we started smelling something burning again. So my husband decides he's going to dress in all black.
In a neighborhood that they constantly have a lot of police officers come into because apparently people are stealing stuff.
They found
And
a dead
plus,
body in the lake.
There was a dead
like
body
last
in
week.
the lake.
Yeah. But listen to what her dumbass husband was willing to do.
He dresses in black and he was going to go in incognito to see where the burning was.
I'm like, can you imagine the same neighborhood they just found a dead body, the same neighborhood that y'all keep calling cops about people stealing stuff? He's going to be dumb enough to put on all black and go creeping around outside. I'm like, can you just visualize he's handcuffed over the hood going, I swear it's not what it looks like. You're in all black snooping around people's houses, but I'm not doing nothing wrong.
I find it funny.
Dumb.
Yeah, I find it funny that y'all believe that's why he was going out all dressed in black. Doesn't he seem to have an excuse every night? Hey, I got to go check out the neighbor's house. Hey, I got to go see what that dog's barking about. Hey, there's something bobbing in the lake. Hey, it's Bob. So, yeah.
They're going to link it all back to Travis.
I'm thinking Travis has got a little night job going.
Shut up.
Like Neighborhood Watch, that stupid movie.
Yeah, in reverse.
Hey, how about our back to our guest? It's giving us
she's
the look like, what in the hell?
Well,
is it 9:45 yet?
I was kind of going that way because now's the tough part. We're going to ask you to play.
Yes.
And sometimes people are really, really hesitant about playing. But you've got that smile.
You notice she's left her guitar in that case, so she has to bounce.
Yeah, oh yeah. Just hit the app. No, but even when she was getting out of her vehicle, I said, "You got your guitar right?" And she's like, "Well, we'll just talk and all." So
no, it's up to you. We don't want to put you on the spot.
We don't. We're kind of a little bit.
This is what I do. Like, if you want me to play something, I'd be
we would really. You know what? I stopped answering all the requests because everybody's like, "Is she gonna play? Is she gonna play? Shut up, Mike. Shut up, Mike."
Yeah, we've not had the first phone call today, which I know
waiting.
I know I'm opening the door for this, but nobody's called to say "Shut up, Mike" yet. So I'm sure now that door's been open, they're gonna be like, "Shut up, Mike. She'll play in a minute if you'll shut up."
Yeah. So everybody is really. I mean, you hooked them on that little little bit that you did. Everybody is really anticipating you playing.
Yeah,
right no pressure, right?
No pressure at all. So look, I'll shoot to a commercial real quick. I'll go ahead and pull the chair over because I know in order for her to play, she has to sit in a chair with no arms. Hang tight, and we'll be right back.
How do you play with no arms?
I don't know, Mike. You've been trying for quite some time now.
Crazy.
You're a little scary. So listen, I'm going to play another really good song real quick, and we'll get this puppy started. Everybody hang tight. It's just for fun in the morning.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, right there. Are y'all setting up for her to play?
Yeah, I know. Hey, the McRib's back. Let her play.
Yeah, I'm getting the McRib. Like everybody's flipping out over McDonald's selling the McRib again all of a sudden. Which I'm
McRib is nasty.
I like
but apparently everybody wants the McRib.
I like the McRib and the McDLT.
Nasty.
The one side hot, one side cold.
Stephanie just likes McFood. I'm saying
you like it too.
I'm saying McDonald's. I wasn't trying to be mean.
I'm not big on McDonald's. Believe it or not, I like
What are you big on?
Burger King.
That's from Burger King?
Is she going to sing in English?
Get that. I'm not big on McDonald's, or what are you big on? Okay, never mind.
That chair.
It was funny. It was funny.
Too.
The funny part is that you weren't paying attention.
Yeah, because I'm getting text messages. Is she going to sing in English? I would hope so.
She doesn't have to.
She can sing in whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're going.
Damn, I wish I was watching video. Well, turn the video on.
I know.
But it's not like he just heard me say that.
Telling people, though, it'll be archived. It takes like 2 hours to get archived, but it'll be archived.
Oh, yeah, Mike, I was telling Scottie before you got here. So I called yesterday about the dispatcher asked me, "Are you sure that burning? They are, and there is a lot of complaints about smoke in the area." I said, "Oh no." I sat there and watched her burn. And
I was gonna say, if you want to turn that way a little bit, we'll get you the camera. This in front.
You know
of your
that
car,
Newton
and we can move
County
this
and Henry County had a tremendous overload of calls about smoke.
Yeah.
Because the smoke coming down from the north.
I just don't see how that.
Moving slowly with the jet stream, but it is. That's
She go to my Facebook.
Yeah, if you see her burning stuff,
Yeah, I seen her throw 3 different things on there.
Yeah.
And it was god awful smell. Rubber burning, plastic burning. I have no idea what she was burning, but she was burning the shit out of something.
What is with you?
This literally, you can just adjust it.
Don't quit doing that. I don't know. My eyes are killing me.
Because she's holding her guitar. If she needs to move it over, okay. I was gonna say if she needs whatever. I don't want her to drop her guitar trying to move it over.
That'd be some water would be.
Do we have water in the refrigerator?
Have some room temperature upstairs.
That room temperature is
Yes,
great.
that's why I don't put it
That's
in
the
there.
best.
A lot of people don't want a lot of
Well, I mean, there's beer. You want a soda? I got that. I got Monsters.
Water is best because I'm about to sing because all that other stuff gets the phlegm there.
And look, if we're a little bit too weird.
Well, it's just because I have listeners who are younger too. That's the only thing. I'm not concerned about like adults. That's the only thing I was.
Yeah, we're weird.
Y'all are fine. Like I'm fine. It's just like I was like, man, shouldn't have told these kids to listen. Like,
no, it's we're weird.
But kids are big nowadays. They can handle it, right? I guess I don't need these.
What do you mean? What's wrong? Oh, the smoke from yesterday. It's been giving me fits.
You know what happens is you start doing it.
Thank you.
Now be careful. Be careful. He might have just refilled that with
no,
tap
this is
water.
one that's like.
Well, it's a front fed right there.
Yep. Show up a little.
Yeah, so just that right there is the front. So that's the
Gotcha. Maybe bring it
I'm
up. Just
sorry.
yeah, that should be good.
It's
Nose and my eyes.
oh man, my sinuses.
Oh, it's sensitive. Well, that one's for your singing. That's for your playing.
Okay, great.
Yeah, this
Is that music stuff? Is that intro?
Yes. All right, you guys, we are back. Woo, we running like crazy over here. Anybody? Y'all just gonna leave me talking and y'all ain't gonna
Just a little
talk?
bit. I was trying to talk, but I'm also trying to set up to where I can broadcast Facebook Live.
Now, so we're live, right?
Yeah, of course, and that's the
Just I was
reason.
just making sure because I had to put something in my eyes, man. Stephanie's making my eyes hurt.
Gee, I love you too.
No, she's over there blinking her eyes. Ivory, okay, the songs you're going to be playing here, is this something that's going to be on the new album?
Since the new album is mostly with my band,
Right.
I don't play any instruments for my recording. So like the only song that I actually played an instrument on was one song, and that was piano. But like my band covers all the instruments, so usually I just sing. So I'm probably gonna sing an original song of mine that won't be on the album.
Okay. Couldn't you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. This is a song I wrote about 2 years ago, when I was kind of going through a hard time. We all struggle a little bit.
Absolutely.
And I had some things in my life that I just kind of needed to like let go of and just leave behind and just move on. And I was just kind of like dealing with that whole concept, and I was like, you know what, I should like music is my therapy. When I write, usually it's because like it's something that I need to get out of my system. Like my guitar is my therapist. So like whenever I have a problem, like I go to this guy right here, and it's great therapy for me. So this is called Leave It Behind, and it's not in the album, but it's one of my favorite songs that I've written.
All right, before you get started, strum it a couple times. I want to make sure I got the volume output right. Oh, sounds great. Go for it.
Well, I was born with a fever in my gut, and in my soul, where I was so sick with greed. It took so long to let it go. Maybe my mind is bigger than my body. Maybe my body is bigger than my mind. But it sure don't matter how big or how small is the road that I left behind. Leave it behind. Leave it behind. Leave some space in your head. Leave some space in your mind. Leave everything you don't need behind. Here we go. Where all the travelers will say that you shouldn't go that way. But if you happen to stumble, I hope you stumble upon your faith. Maybe your mind is bigger than your body. Maybe your body is bigger than my mind. But it sure don't matter how big or how small is the road that I left behind. Leave it behind. Leave it behind. Leave some space in your head. Leave some space in your mind. Leave everything you don't leave behind. All the gold in the road might be shiny. In the water may be sweet. But there's no knowing where you might end up if you're taking more than you need. All the gold in the road might be shiny. In the water may be sweet. But there's no knowing where you might end up if you're taking more than you need. Leave it behind. Leave it behind. Leave some space in your hands. Leave some space in your mind. Leave everything you don't need behind.
Wow, I got to give it up to Mike on that one.
Yeah, usually he.
Mike, there's your pat on your back. You brought in some great talent. You've scored. One time. Should I erase the "oh my God" on the board and put a gold star next to your name?
And he's not saying anything.
Hope you guys like that.
No, man, that was great. That was great. Mike, great job. Great job, sir.
Yeah, and I was.
And look, he's even got his eyes. He's over here going, wow, because I think you surprised him as well.
Okay.
And I'm getting on because I'm still Facebook living. Beautiful voice, so they enjoyed that.
Thank you.
And we make comments, and I don't mean this to be disrespectful towards anyone. For instance, I was asking people to come in. For instance, Christmas. We always have Christmas music. This year I said, I want to bring in locals such as yourself, people that have not been discovered to do Christmas. I mean, come on, anybody can play Elvis Christmas. Anybody can play any of the Frank Sinatra, the stuff that we've grown up with. I said, but I want to bring in some people to do some Christmas stuff. And even if it's a traditional song, put their twist on it. The moral of my story. So people that are used to singing, say karaoke, have come into the studio. They've never heard themselves sing before.
Yeah.
So I play back the recording and they go, wow, I didn't know I sounded like that. So I joke about the difference of bringing in somebody that sings all the time, whether they're famous or not famous, bringing in somebody that performs and can just bat one out or belt one out, so to speak. And it sounds terrific. And I applaud you for that. There's a difference between somebody who performs and actually can perform and somebody who just sings. And I know I've insulted somebody, but it's like you sitting down and being able to sing like you just did. Bethany Hicks can come in and do that. Savannah Webb can do that. You know, Aaron you know, it's, and I know that sounds so bad to the people that have not been able to do it like that. And I'm not trying to say anything bad other than it is incredible to see somebody that can just do it. It's very impressive. And I think the people that have heard themselves recorded and go, man, I don't sound like I visualize I did. And then they go, this is a lot harder than I thought it was. So I think it in return makes them respect the people that's doing it more, because for y'all to be able to do this takes a great deal of time, a great deal of patience, a lot of practice, a lot of love in what you do, a lot of passion in what you do. People don't just grab a microphone and do this. It's not that easy, and I can never explain it enough. But what you just did kind of explains it for itself. I mean, there's a compliment in there. Don't get it wrong that I'm saying it this way. There's so many people that don't realize how much talent it takes to do what you just did. And I think Mike even going, wow, because it's seeing it firsthand and being in the room with somebody that can do what you just did is extremely impressive, because we see people all the time that don't have the talent like they think they do, but they really may be a little tone deaf or they really haven't put the effort into it. And you have been doing this since 10. You have extremely great talent, and I'm stuttering here because I don't want to sound like I'm insulting people, but I know somewhere along the lines I just insulted somebody.
No.
Worse,
Mike,
always.
Words.
I don't know, maybe I was listening to the words, that was the big thing. You've got an amazing voice, and we talked about that. You've got but when I just close my eyes and I listen to the words, I don't picture our manager showed up. I know he's
here.
Well, I just answered he'll be here in 5 minutes.
I don't picture. Remember, I asked you a couple weeks ago, how old were you? Because your music doesn't portray your physical attraction. It's like absolutely amazing. That music right
let
there.
Let me fix what Mike just said, because that didn't come out right. When you close your eyes to picture you singing, I'm not trying to compare you to Etta James. That's not what I'm doing. But what I'm saying is when you hear Etta James and then see Etta James, you're like, I see it.
Yeah.
When you close your eyes and the vision that I vision for you, and then I open my eyes, I don't see it.
I mean,
again,
somewhere beautiful woman.
That's right. Again, somewhere in there's a compliment. I don't mean it bad.
So you screwed it up too.
But what I'm trying to say is
open mouth, insert foot.
Chew vigorously.
The way you're singing, I would visualize you and I don't take this wrong, but I visualize you somebody that has been singing since Frank Sinatra days.
Right.
That's what we're saying. You are definitely you are a spirit that's trapped in that body. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that before, huh?
No, I get what you're saying. I'm an old soul.
Yeah, it's just wow. Yes. It just goes to prove that some people are put on this planet to do something. To do exactly what they're doing.
You can close your eyes now. I mean, you guys are my age, but Rich and I are a little bit older. And like when I first got my '68 Chevelle, there was rock and roll music on there. But when you were switching the thing, you would get some of the music you listened to when you were growing up. The Sinatras, those. Well,
you were hearing Janis Joplin.
Yeah.
All that years before. When you heard Frank Sinatra sing, it was not digitally remastered or digitally enhanced. What we just heard you do was not the Britney Spears box.
No.
And the reason I make the joke is a cousin of mine who had a recording studio. I walked in, doing what I do. I look at the recording studio and I see this big rack mounted box that looks like a huge amp, but it's not an amp. It's just got one power button in the middle. I went, what the hell is that? He goes, that's the magic box. I said, well, what does the magic box do? He says, I can make any singer, no matter how bad she is,
Auto-tune, yeah.
sound like Britney Spears. And I went,
Wow.
what? He said, that's the magic box. He said, I can take the most horrible singer in the world and make her sound good. The point I'm trying to make is you need no magic box. You have it. It's right there in your vocal cords.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Some people have it and some people don't. I hate to say it. Don't take it as an insult for the ones that don't have it. But guess what? There was a reason that I was an electrician and not on the radio. You know, it is what it is. I had to be to the point in my life to get where I am. And you started at that point a lot earlier than most people. Mike, you're in awe. It's funny. Mike was so talkative before you sang. Now I can't get him to talk.
Well, I just got to say, like I said, I close my eyes and I'm sitting there listening to this music, and I'm envisioning when I was younger, listening to the, artists now. Yeah, they go platinum or whatever, all that other crap, but they don't have talent. When I was growing up, there was people that were platinum that had talent, that wrote music that meant something. And when you turned around and said, right before you played, this was from a bad chapter in my life, I went ahead and plugged that in. Then I listened to the music, and you know what? It's really hard these days to visualize music, okay, because it's crap. You just played something where I can see a video. You see what I'm saying? I could envision what you were going through. And I tell you what, some music affects your ears, some music affects your eyes, and there's some music that affects your heart. And that affected my heart. It really did. So
that means a lot.
You have got to do a song tomorrow night dedicated to me. I'm a veteran, and it's Veterans
tomorrow's
Day.
Veterans Day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's veteran. You're on the spot, and I've invited some other veterans. So
we're taking tomorrow off on the show. I planned on riding my bike to go somewhere, and now I'm finding out that no, there's really not a whole lot going on. So now my question is, I was going to take you to breakfast. I was going to take you to Sisters.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But now I'm finding out the memorial thing in Rockdale's at 10:30 and the one in Loganville's at 11. So since we're already going to be halfway to Loganville, I guess we're going to Loganville.
Okay. And then
surprise
tomorrow night, all right, 8:00, right?
8:00.
But I would get there early.
Yeah.
I would get there early.
Seating is somewhat,
there's a couple hundred seats.
Yeah, it'll fit a lot of people, but I don't know how many people are going to show up. So I would get there a little early.
Yeah, and there's other acts. I don't, not trying to take away from them, but it's the Avondale. Now, is the Avondale Cinema?
Avondale Town Cinema.
Town Cinema.
It's a historic theater.
Yeah,
it's been there for a while.
Yes, it used to be a movie theater, and then they in the 90s. I used to go there and see bands.
Yeah, when we were small, did we go over there? Or you know who I'm talking about?
I'm sorry,
Avondale Estates.
I lived in Avondale Estates.
I know.
Avondale Town Cinema, right there on the.
We would go. They had Saturday movies when I was growing up.
Saturday matinees.
Okay. They had the Saturday matinees. Yep.
And then, like I was saying, they turned it into a. I wouldn't exactly call it a nightclub, but a
entertainment.
Entertainment hall, entertainment.
What are the acoustics like? They're going to be good?
They're really good.
That place
I'm excited.
It's a great venue.
Absolutely excited.
Venue. That was the word I was
Venue. Good one.
Yes.
There you go. Now we're anticipating.
Stephanie got home and word.
Couple hundred people.
Venue, thinking it was a menu.
I have been posting everything. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to post it on the internet radio station shows, and that goes around the world, basically. I don't think anybody's going to fly in from Alberjani, but hey, at least they'll know your name, right?
Right.
And that's the best part. So now this is your album debut.
Yep.
Right. And how many songs? Just so we can.
There's 11 songs on the album.
Oh man. And will there be any advance copies available tomorrow night, or?
Actually, tomorrow night, no advance copies, but it'll be available on Spotify and on iTunes.
Oh, wow.
And then we're in the process of putting it on vinyl. So the album's coming out. It's not even coming out on disc. We're putting it on vinyl because of the style that it came out as. It's a classic soul album. So why not put it on vinyl?
Right.
I feel like that was the most appropriate approach to take. And not everyone has a record player, but there are people.
They're coming back.
Yeah, they're definitely coming back.
They are coming back. I've seen
they're coming back.
stereos that have them.
Which is really cool because there is a specific sound that you get from a turntable.
Yeah, I love vinyl.
Yeah, absolutely. Shoot, I remember the old dub tapes. And then I remember when DAC came out, and I was like, what the hell is that? The other thing is your band. would you like to tell them, the name of the band and name of the members, what they play, and maybe a little bit about them?
Yeah, the name of I guess we're kind of like, have you ever heard of the Wrecking Crew? Like, they were the guys who came into the studio with all the major labels back in the 60s.
Right.
But it was a group of the same musicians who would basically record on every album that was popular back then. So what we have is we're a group called the In Crowd, and it's based of about 10 to 15 different musicians who are studio musicians, and they recorded with me on my album. They've recorded with a girl named Mathilde. She's another really great Atlanta artist. A band called Black Linen. They're the guys who kind of run the studio. Randy Michael and Jonas Wiley are the guys who really do all the production of the projects.
And I believe it was one of their idea, basically, to start this and kind of make it, like a group of guys. We may not use everybody, but it's a little like melting pot.
Back in the day when they had studios, they would have a bunch of acts and they would do reviews. So the show that we're doing is actually it's like a classic review. So it's going to be me and a few of the other artists that they've recorded with recently, and some of the stuff that they've done on their projects. So the other artist that's going to be in the show is Kelsey Davis. He's an Atlanta soul singer. Mathilde and Black Linen, and then a few other local artists are going to be opening for us. So it's going to be a great show, and it's going to be really classic. So we're going to try to just be as classic as we can be, and it's going to be cool. It's a review, so I'm excited.
Cool beans. Hey, is there any way we can get you to do another one?
Sure.
Is it one that you wrote?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get some tissue.
Yeah, I just left the video sitting on her because at this point she is the guest, and we definitely want to get her playing.
I'm gonna get my shemagh off my backpack there and just kind of cover my eyes, so if I'm crying, nobody will know.
Wow.
So yeah, very just an amazing artist, and that's what I hate to sound like I'm plagiarizing, but I'm reading what people are posting, and it's so funny to get people that are just wow. That's all they're posting. Wow.
Well, we do go for the wow factor around here.
We do, and so many people.
As Mike says, the shock and awe.
Yeah, and what I did was I took your page, and I just posted it again on the Just for Fun radio page. We're creeping up on about 13,000, and we get literally, how many views was it that 1 month? 14 million.
14,738,000.
He's lying, but it was up in the millions.
No, how am I lying? I got a snapshot of it, you fool.
So we'll definitely try to get the word out. And I know before this is all over, there's a young man over in the corner over there named Rich Archer from Total Entertainment Management that's probably going to want to say hi, shake your hand,
help you to the car so Mike don't try to abduct you.
Man, next year, next year, Mill Street Music Festival. What do you think?
Can you imagine?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna talk. We're
after the woo I came to this show wears off today, she might actually want to talk to you again.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna turn it over to you, and I'm gonna sit over here and try not to cry.
Well, I'll play you one from my album. Actually, this is one. It sounds really cool on the album because I have the whole band backing me up, and my band is awesome because they're all amazingly talented musicians. Like, they're all Atlanta-based musicians, and we have horn players, we have trumpet players, and stand-up bass. But this is just, I guess, the acoustic version. But the song is called "Only a Man." You know how men say, like, "Well, I'm only a man." Well, guess what? I'm only a woman. So that's what the song's about. You're only a man. Well, that's what you say, with your feet on your desk and your cigarette to your face. You're only a man when you kiss me all over. Do you mean what you say to me when you're not sober? I know you're only a man I blame you if you're tricking my heart? Honey, I won't have a clue. I know you're only a man, so I think I'll understand. I just hope that you know, honey, that I'm only a woman. You're only a man. Oh, how can I compete? No matter how hard I try, in the games you have me beat. You're only a man, but I'm begging you to try, 'cause a real man doesn't make a woman cry. I know you're only a man, so how can I blame you if you're tricking my heart? Honey, I won't have a clue. I know you're only a man, so I think I'll understand. But I hope that you know, honey, that I'm only a woman. Oh, I hope that you know, honey, that I'm only a woman. I just hope that you know that I'm only a woman.
Wow. Just wow. Like I see being in one of them places, dude, one of them nice, cool little, small bars and laid back. That's right.
One of them jive places.
She's kick ass.
Yeah,
That's what I don't want to read all these because some of them are just crazy, silly, wild, but it's just a lot of people say the same thing over and over, but amazing.
Yeah, I'm getting, she is great. Rich better get a pen.
So, wow.
I'm serious. That's what someone said.
Yep. Really, really, really amazing. Such a powerful voice.
Yes.
Such a powerful voice.
And to be only 23, just wow.
Well, it's amazing when you sit here and think of how all this is being worded, because you have these people that are, say, loud and powerhouse voices, and then you have other people that don't have to be as loud because it's just so much power. Does that even make sense?
Yes, it does. It really does. And it's very true. I mean, it's amazing. I can imagine with the whole band backing you up. This is going to be great. It's going to be a great show tomorrow night. I've asked a lot of my veteran friends to show up just because it's Veterans Day, and I figured if we went and listened to some great music and you came by and said hi, then everybody would think I was special. So,
well, as it stands right now, you've helped Mike.
Shut up, Rich.
You've helped Mike, because now Mike's going to always be able to go, yeah, I know I suck, but do you remember that time
I brought Ivory Williams up in here?
See, he's
up
never,
in here.
And now he's going to go hang out with his paid friends, the ones that he has to buy drinks for.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like, look, this is my friend. I got her on the show.
I'll be like, hey, Ivory. And they'll be like,
he's going to be like your stalker from here
Otis
out.
days and the nights.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike stalking you days and nights.
No,
So you
that's not
moved
true.
from Savannah now to Ivory.
Well, Savannah's got a boyfriend.
Another victim.
Ah.
Hey,
yeah.
don't worry, my dad can definitely handle that.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, do remember her dad's Irish.
Well, not only that, but I bet you her dad and I are real close to the same age. So,
I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
Wow.
That's never stopped you before, though.
Hey, easy. It was one freaking Girl Scout. Jesus. You kill one Girl Scout and
And
everybody, yeah.
Just know that they
everybody's
can't be a
gonna-
Girl Scout anymore after 18. That should have been your sign.
Well,
The
no,
Girl Scout uniform should have, like,
this has gone weird,
Yep.
man.
yeah,
Can we talk about
it was
something?
already weird.
Back to our guest. So tomorrow night, Avondale Town Cinema,
Yep.
you will be performing. Is there a cover charge?
Yeah, it's $10
$10
a person, and it's an 18 or up venue. So
Mhm.
just because they serve alcohol, and like we're not going to be like you guys, we're not going to say any dirty things at the show.
Yes, Mike.
Yeah,
like
Mike.
you guys.
Yeah, and she pointed right at
which
you.
means tomorrow.
No dirty old perverts
zip it.
there.
Zip it. Keep your mouth shut
But yeah,
tomorrow.
it's going to be a really classy show. So I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Which
So
I'm
you're
really
saying
excited.
it's $20 for me to get in?
Well, no, what she's telling you is you have to wear shorts, underwear, shoes, socks,
Oh, come on
Yes.
now.
and a tie.
and apparently keep your mouth shut.
All right, I'm gonna be honest. I don't own the time, man.
That's
Go
all
get a
right.
clip on.
That's all right.
Well, tell everybody absolutely 100% a way to find you. All the social media things, every single way possible to find you, to
Yeah.
follow you, and
I mean,
keep
if
up with
you
you.
just Google Ivory Williams Music, my website should come up. Also, Ivory Williams Music is on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can just do any of the search engines and find my YouTube, my
cool.
Facebook, and my Instagram. So
Man, I'm impressed.
I
Totally
I am too,
impressed.
Yes.
man. Just an amazing artist. Great songs. We have a kind of like a special place in our heart for people that do original music here, because
Yes.
the studio and the concept that DJ Scottie started this with 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Was the fact that it's underground.
Hey,
it's
tomorrow.
private.
Tomorrow, 6 years.
6 year
Ah,
anniversary.
we're one day.
Oh,
And
yeah.
here I was taking
11,
tomorrow
11.
off. Am I going to be able to take tomorrow off?
No.
Good God Almighty.
So what we're kind of looking at is that we want to be that kind of underground or pirate, stream that's out there. Obviously we can't push it. Other people push us. We go to a lot of events and people show up and go, I see your bumper stickers. I know Redneck
Yeah.
Steph, stuff like
Yeah.
that. And it's
Stephanie is Walmart famous.
Absolutely.
Hey, I've moved up in the world.
They
I'm
know her
BJ's
at the.
famous now.
They know her at the Dollar Gentry too. Yeah.
And BJ's. Don't forget BJ's.
We don't need to know nothing about you
No.
and that.
That got weird fast.
That got weird fast. Let's go back.
BJ
I actually got
store.
noticed
Jeez.
at the Mellow Mushroom one day. I was wearing our shirt and I always have my hat on, and I got a bunch of girls, college age girls, were like, "That's him. It's Military Mike. It's Military
Yeah.
Mike." So you know me, I walked over, "Hey guys," and they went, "Are you really Military Mike?" And I'm like, "I'm Military Mike. What's up, man? How's it going?" All that other stuff, and they go, do that commercial," because I do a couple commercials, and I'm thinking, okay, which one, the security company one or the James Bond one? No, the new car wash on Salem Road.
Yeah, that's our most famous commercial.
Yeah, everybody
And
sings it.
my hands were
God,
down.
watch
I
it,
think
say
that's
the
I'm
road.
like, are you guys
oldest
serious?
one.
And they just died laughing. I just turned around and
It's like
walked
old
away.
radio,
Yeah.
Like,
Well, my
radio's
Yeah.
not the same it used to be.
and where I started this, and of course your dad would get this, but well, Mike, I mean, think about the age
Wow.
gap here. We used to watch a TV show called WKRP in Cincinnati, and
Yes.
for the ones of us that really loved radio when we were 8, 9 years old, we always saw this guy called Wolfman Jack, and it's no different than that sliding glass door. This guy used to be in a studio where there was a glass window that just basically overlooked the sidewalk, and people could walk up on the streets listening to their little AM FM radios and wave to the DJ. And I like the personal
Yeah,
stuff behind
That's
it,
really cool.
where you can walk up and talk to somebody, and I give everybody the freedom to come in and talk on the microphone anytime they want to, because I believe it should be free. I believe, yes, we all want to make our money, don't get me wrong, but I joke about B103 because it says the people station, but none of the people can get in to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
It says, the sign says the people station. We, the people, can't even talk to anybody that works in there. We can talk to the secretary. That's as far as we get.
And
So-
it's funny that we have people that actually travel from
All over the world.
overseas
To come hang
to
out
come
with us.
hang out with us.
It's kinda
You know,
cool.
We had someone from Australia. We had someone from Germany.
We had this
we've
idiot
had-
from Oklahoma that just
I
keeps
was gonna
coming back. We
say,
can't get rid of him.
Oklahoma.
That's Jacob. We
Um,
didn't mean to get rid of him.
Yeah, that's the guru.
But we met him by him being a follower, so to speak.
Yeah, we were both hooked up to a bar in this little jail, and we both had handcuffs on. I'm like, "Hey, man, what's up?" And he's like, "Hey, I'm Jacob." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Military Mike." He goes, "Man, I like music too." And I'm like, "Whatever, Ruru." And he said, "Oh, man, Jacob the Guru." And so we
There
formed
you
a
go.
bond. He's handicapped, though.
Mike.
So,
Mike,
Yeah.
Mike, our guest.
I know.
You just
So-
overflew.
Well, she knows Jacob.
She didn't need to know all that about Jacob.
She sent music to Jacob.
TMI.
Correct.
TMI.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jacob's kind of weird.
Yeah,
So-
the guru.
Hey, we're all
I-
weird.
Yeah,
I'm
we're all weird.
I'm very weird.
Yeah, man.
You're especially rude.
You look, if you find anybody that's normal, that cat is the weirdo that like has a body froze somewhere.
Is that
Because there's
Jacob?
No, because there's really no such thing as normal anymore. I mean, truthfully, all the people that try so hard to be normal have issues. Just accept that you're
normal.
That's right.
Exactly.
I say
exactly.
figure out what makes you odd and just go with it.
Go with it, baby.
And Jacob's saying, I'm coming back in March. Tell Motel 6 to be ready.
Oh yeah.
LOL.
Hey, and I guess one more thing I wanted to mention. I know you were talking about how like when you listen to music back in the day, you would hear that it was like, an artist would say it was it was real, it came from their heart, and like the way they recorded it was live. Like there was no digital, there wasn't a magic box.
Yeah, no enhancement.
Well, the cool thing about the album that I just put out is that we recorded it all analog. So
very cool.
The studio that I record at, In Crowd Studios, there's no computer in the entire studio.
Oh wow,
Cool.
Man!
It's all analog. And
very nice.
Go home
and
look this up. So I was watching a show the other day, and they went to Sun Records.
Yeah.
And they brought out, they pointed to a certain part of the wall, and forgive me for not remembering the name of the group, but it was a group that was similar to a Motown type group that accidentally created reverb. And what happened is they blew the speaker in the middle of the recording. So they took some newspaper and shoved some newspaper into the speaker to keep the speaker from popping out. But then every time they would, you would hear the paper rattling against a blown speaker. And that's what created reverb. And think of where we are now.
Yeah.
And everybody, it goes that far back. Like nobody thinks about it.
Reverb was like they would put speakers in an open, empty room.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'd put a mic in that room, and then it would be like a natural sounding reverb.
That's right.
That's crazy.
Which is so cool. Like I love natural acoustics.
Yep.
Like, it's my favorite.
Yep. And I was actually watching a Buddy Holly story the other day, and they show where Buddy Holly created a way of singing over his own track to give it a little bit more sound. And it's just wild because they said it's not going to work. It's not going to work. He's like, just let me handle this.
They still do that to
this
day. Like,
Isn't that cool?
So it's just really cool. Like one of the recordings they did in his garage, every time that the guy would tap a snare, there was a cricket in the wall chirping, and they couldn't figure out where this sound. They're like, this recording is amazing. What is that sound? And they went back to finding a cricket, which is where it became Buddy Holly and the Crickets. That's where it came from. So when you start watching this, and here's the thing that I love about what you can do, and like Savannah, and then like Bethany Grace, the thing I like is when I can see somebody sit down, I find you being able to play acoustic better than I can a whole band. And people go, why is that? And I'm like, because acoustic, you're not hiding anything. Yeah. When you got people singing, and I'm not knocking your band, don't take it that way, but when I see you sitting in a bar and it's just you and your acoustic, I know I'm fixing to hear a person who really is singing, and not somebody hiding behind a loud electric guitar or the microphones overly turned up so you can't understand them. I look back to my days where Megadeth and Metallica and Slayer and all the stuff I listened to. But if you get back to it, were you listening to quality music? I mean, it was all covered under distortion and reverb, and I see this.
The magical voice box.
Yeah. I see this and go, that's talent, man, because I'm seeing it live as it's happening. And to me, that means more to me. I would do anything to go see Sean Mullins one day. Yeah. Just sing acoustic at Eddie's Attic. I love that
I was
that
just
place.
there a few days ago.
Really?
And I saw some of my friends play. Oh my gosh, it was great. I love Eddie's Attic.
Yeah,
but that to me is talent. I hate to be that guy, but it is. I
Every
think
show I've
corporate
ever been
has
to
gone
at
crazy.
Eddie's is great.
Yeah, man.
They get great.
Well, I appreciate you coming in. Again, plug one more time exactly how they can find you. Make sure we send them all your direction.
Yeah, Ivory Williams Music. You can ivorywilliamsmusic.com, or on Instagram, Ivory Williams Music, Facebook, Ivory Williams. Just basically all the platforms out there. If you search Ivory Williams Music, you should find me.
And I've got it posted on The World According to Mike. I've got it posted on Just Fun Radio and my personal page too.
And keep an eye out for the album. It should be out on Spotify and iTunes.
And the name of the album?
It's called "Too Cool to Be Nice."
Too cool.
Which
to
is
be
a
nice.
line. It's the line from a song that I wrote called "Dingo's the Bell." The line goes, I don't know what it's like to be too cool to be nice.
Cool. All right.
So
All right.
that's the name of the album.
Cool.
I
Steph,
have
what were you gonna say?
Well, I have on YouTube Joan Williams. That's my girl.
Yeah, that's my mama.
Oh, okay.
Hi,
cool.
Mom.
Hey,
Awesome.
Hi, Mom.
Thanks for letting her come in.
Yes.
I don't know if she will again, but
Well, yeah. I mean, please don't watch the first half of the show with Military Mike.
Yeah. We tried to keep him under
I
wraps,
swear
Mom.
I'm being good. Jeez. 28 years in the Army.
Yeah, our
man.
manager's
Come on.
over there with his hand over his mouth going,
I got brain damage.
One of these days, Mike. One of these
I got
days.
brain damage.
All right, you guys. Well, I thought I was going to take off tomorrow, and now it's like crap. I didn't think about
The anniversary.
my 6-year anniversary for even starting Just for Fun Radio is tomorrow. I do want to say this before I end this show. As somebody who's an aspiring artist, that I remember 6 years ago, it was a Thursday night when I finally went live. And what was killing me is for 2 weeks I had said, I'm going live tomorrow. I'm going live tomorrow. And here I am as a DJ, but I'm trying to learn how to do all the computer stuff. And for the week that we are in right now, that week 6 years ago, I was trying to get, I was broadcasting. I could get my broadcaster to broadcast out, but I couldn't find out where it was landing. I couldn't get it to sync with the internet. I couldn't get it to sync with my website. So tomorrow, y'all will hear me play Aerosmith's and Run DMC's Walk This Way, because that played for 10 hours on repeat, blasting somewhere out into the world of the internet, but I never could get it to sync with the website. And when I finally got it synced to my website where everybody could hear me, it was actually on November 11th, and it was after the 11 o'clock hour. So what I found really funny is that when my studio turned 1 year old from the day of going live, if you got to remember it, it was after the 11 o'clock hour on November 11th. But by the time I turned 1 year, it was November 11th, 2011 at 11 p.m. So I'm like, how crazy is it all the ones are in there? To me, it's just kind of a symbol. But now here we are turning 6 years old, and I'm chasing a dream just like you. I mean, everybody's got to have a passion and a purpose, and I admire you for chasing yours.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Thank you. And the morning show turned 3. And so these two act 3, but we'll see how it goes.
Together,
every once in a while.
Together
we act 6.
I'm still 10, on the inside.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
I'll always admire where I was.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah, thank you for coming in.
I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night in Avondale.
And everyone just come out. If you're in the Atlanta area, come on out to the show. It's gonna be
great.
Man. It's gonna be awesome.
Check it out. All right, everybody, make sure you go check out our website. She gave you all the links on how to find her. Also, right now we are live on YouTube. YouTube runs it through a processor. As soon as I hit stop broadcast, they run it through a processor. It pops back up an hour and a half to 2 hours later. You can share it. Everybody have a great day.
Yeah, I'm still live on Facebook, fixing to cut you off.
All right.
See ya.
Yeah, have a great day.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Be sure to think of it tomorrow, whether we're here or not. It will still be Veterans Day also, so be sure to think of it for their sacrifices that they
Think of
did
it.
for our
Yeah, man.
country.
All right, you guys. We'll see y'all later. Everybody have a great day. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything we would do.
Watch
Or
my
if you do-
documentary, Charlie Foxtrot.
Or if you do,
5
do it just for
episodes.
fun.
That's right.
Be nice.
Later.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye on video,
YouTubers.
you guys.
Bye, video. Woo! Man.